Hey everybody, welcome to
Nothing
the Lower Lodge
unusual.
official podcast. This is episode 16, which is crazy that we've been doing this for 4 months.
Yeah. Has it been that long?
16 episodes, and we do them every week, so yeah, 4 months.
Jesus.
Aiden clearly went to school for math.
I barely went to school for anything. Film school doesn't count for college. Although I did get a journalism degree, so. I did,
Go to
yeah.
film school.
Oh, did you really?
So I'm the odd man out here. Cool.
Nice.
I have a real degree.
To be fair, I did get...
My degree makes a nice coaster. So.
Yeah, right.
Oh
But
my
to be
God.
fair, I did get journalism as a second major with a
Oh,
minor in
okay.
psych. So, like, I did something while I was there.
Okay.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's fun.
But, you...
I need to figure out how to
Jesus
mute
Christ, this is not a... No, it's that Aiden's in the call, so he's over here.
Wait, you're Aiden.
We're both
You're
Aiden.
Yeah, we're both
Aiden.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, it's like
What
glitch,
is?
I guess that would make sense.
Do you see that?
Yeah.
A little like the glitch in the camera, like we're glitching back and forth. That's weird.
Yeah.
I guess it is what it is.
But yeah, no, we do you want to tell the story about... Actually, no, let's not tell that story.
No, I want to
story?
know
Well,
the story. Tell
The
me
story about how we met, but, like, let's keep it, like, kind.
What do you mean?
Like, meeting at Localitos and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, I got dumped and was sad, so I went to my friend Matt's place. And,
So much for keeping it kind, but yeah.
That's what happened.
Fair.
And so I got dumped. I was sad. I went to Matt's place. We were gonna go like vibe at the mall, and we were in 10th grade. And like, what else are you gonna do when you get dumped but go to the
you
mall
guys
with
are
the
like,
boys?
so you guys have known each other since you were younger.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
since we were like 15,
That's so
16.
nice. That's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's been fun.
But Aiden had moved in across the street from Matt, and
Did you guys date?
what?
Wait, were you guys each other's? Because you said you're partners. I wasn't sure.
No. Partners is in business partners.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
To be fair, though, I mean, the fact that most of our following has been shipping us for quite a while now.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Oh
I
my
really
God.
thought you were, because earlier today I said I did
No.
like editing and he mentioned that like, oh, like his partner's like good at it.
No, it is business partner. I guess you gotta clarify it. Oh shit!
Yeah.
I lost audio. Where did I lose audio from? There we go. No, yeah. I guess nowadays you kind of have to clarify when you say partner that you mean business versus romantic. How the times have
Parties of
God.
2010.
Xbox Live parties of 2010. Okay, so I don't know how we got wildly off track here.
I'm sorry, have you been a part of this before?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Exactly. How about we introduce our guest?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do. Anyway, tonight we're being joined by Twitch streamer and Instagrammer DobbyCryptids. Dobby, you
Hello.
wanna introduce yourself, I guess?
Sure. So my name is DobbyCryptids. Hi. Hello. Thank you for having me. I'm stoked to be here. I love your TikToks. And it's so cool that you guys are both named Aiden. That's like that's cool. That's like almost like a little like friendship, like soul contract.
Yeah. He used to be more.
It would happen faster.
Oh, why you don't like being a blonde?
I've just always really loved the look of really dark hair and blue eyes on people, and so I think it's just a
Yeah.
little bit of envy.
Gotcha.
And it's also because both of my parents have dark hair, but they had lighter hair as kids, and it like progressively got darker, and mine's just taking forever. Like when I was born, my hair was basically the same color as Archie's. Like it was just that blonde.
Aw.
Yeah.
What? Yeah. Okay. Whoa.
By the way, as
So-
you can see, Archie has absolutely no brain function. There are no thoughts in this head. Zero
You
thoughts
should get him one of
whatsoever.
those mats where they can like the mats where they have like the buttons with the words where they're like, walk now, like take me out. Like,
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what I'm
He
talking
would
about, those, like, mats?
exclusively just hit the food button and
Yeah,
nothing
yeah.
else. Where are you? Where are you going?
He probably still smells the food.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I would actually be curious to see if Archie would be capable of doing that.
I doubt it.
You should. You should make him his own TikTok.
You're right, actually.
I've thought about it. It just like
He'd get a bigger following than you did.
yeah, that would be a ring at you.
Well, I am
He
his.
loves you. Look at that.
I was his first boyfriend. So,
He's,
Yeah.
when he was going through that, he had a thing for Aiden's calves.
yeah.
Oh, well, that's a compliment to your calves, I guess.
It is a compliment to his
I
calves.
guess.
suppose.
You know, I can't be offended.
My-
Calves appreciated by
I actually-
American Eskimos.
I actually had to edit my resume recently, and I realized just like how excessively long it is because of if you use Indeed to make your resume, like the requirements.
Yep.
And I did like all of the ones you could possibly do, pages long, and 2 of those pages are just like random assortments of skills. I've had to trim it down a bit. Apparently bragging about. So now I brag about being a barista now. But yeah, so for those who don't know, I actually because I needed money.
Yep. See, this is what happened.
You
The
guys
thing.
have an OnlyFans?
No, we don't have an OnlyFans.
Aiden has continuously been pressured to make an OnlyFans.
That
and
is
yet-
true. I refuse to do it. Because what am I going to
Really?
post on
Oh my gosh,
OnlyFans?
he's blushing. I feel like you should do it. You can make bank.
Oh, God.
Honestly, you
Make an
you probably
OnlyFans
could.
for Archie, where it's just pictures of Archie and nothing else. It's just subscription service.
I mean, people would pay for it.
If I got, like, professional photographs done, maybe. I can hear
Hi.
him breathing in the microphone.
So people aren't going to care. They know he's here.
That's true.
If you're listening to this
My
on,
fan. I hope that's not mere like my
I
fan.
can't hear your fan
Somebody
at
No, you're
all.
good.
I can't hear it at all. Don't worry about it.
yeah,
I can't even see the chat because we're doing a display capture thing.
Oh, okay.
So
I
I-
can look at chat for you. If you want.
he can.
Sure.
Aiden can. pull
yeah, I
up.
got it. No worries.
But yeah, so we have two monitors. It's just the other monitors over there.
Yep.
Okay, I wanted to talk.
Time.
Keep getting insanely off track in all of our podcasts. We were playing music last time. Like just
You guys play music?
the the level of ADD that occurs during this podcast is kind of absurd. Sorry, Dobby.
No, don't worry about it.
Your big thing aside from the gaming is I see you talk a lot about as you put it bipedal humanoids.
Yeah, I can talk on that a little. if you
Yeah,
want.
so that's any right.
Yeah, for sure. So basically, I consider myself someone who is really interested in researching what I call cryptoanthropology. I didn't like make up that word or anything. Like it's
Okay.
like a common thing. I'm sure it's considered, like a pseudoscience, right?
And you're the camera.
Oh my god, it's that another. So basically, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, okay. So I'm interested in bipedal humanoids. Sorry, I want to make sure I don't have your stream up and echoing. I'm interested in bipedal humanoids. I'm really interested in basically, kind of specifically, like the kind of Bigfoot, like this stereotypical Sasquatch, if you will, like the known one that kind of has to do with kind of like indigenous folklore. I'm not indigenous, so I don't want to speak on anyone else's culture or anything by any means. But I'm really fascinated by like the different kinds of. You have a lot of variation of different species. Like you have like your swamp apes, your boogers. You have different kind of sizes, and you see a lot of variation in the different kinds of one depending on like the part of the U.S. and you see them like you have different ones all around the world. So yeah, I consider myself someone who's really interested in bipedal humanoids specifically.
Interesting.
So I don't really do like Loch Ness monster like or anything like that. I mostly do things like Bigfoot, Yeti, stuff like that.
So what got you interested? What got you interested specifically in bipedal cryptids?
Yeah, so I was always kind of interested in like ghosts and that kind of stuff, but my main area of interest kind of spawned because I'm sure you guys are familiar with. I think Aiden. Well, you guys are both named Aiden, but wait, how should I discern between the two of you? Like, what should I call?
We call him Tech Aiden
Yep.
generally.
What's your name? Tactade?
Tech Aiden.
Like technical.
Aiden.
Yeah. We usually just call me Tech Aiden because
Okay, cool.
yeah.
Okay, I thought you meant for a second like tech ducking, like the finger skateboard thing.
No. Oh, that'd be even funnier.
Yeah, so basically, so I'm kind of just. You asked me how I got into it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of fell in love with the idea of cryptids and kind of just like my interest in it from, I believe it was a 2011 or 2013 Move on LA speech by Dave Paulides. I think you can still see it on YouTube. It's really good to listen to at like double speed if you can when you're like just like folding laundry or something. It's really interesting. But basically he went into, I'm sure you guys are familiar with like the missing 411 phenomena.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to say. I want to be clear that like I don't
Very-
think every single case the missing 411 is like Bigfoot stole them or something. I don't want to like delegitimize or like mess with the investigation or anything. But yeah, I'm really interested in the amount of people that have gone missing in the national parks, and then also the impact that colonization has had on a lot of aspects of history that I think like our generation is kind of re-excavating and kind of repiecing.
So that's actually really interesting, and I want to ask you more about that. But the only reason I'm laughing is because, and the reason why Aiden's looking at his phone, is because on the Discord call, it is glitching the hell out and like just freaking out. And I think you're checking the stream
I'm
to make
checking
sure
the
it's not
stream,
working.
yeah, and it's not doing it on the stream. No, it's sorry. Like I'm listening to everything you say. I have complete ADD, so I can hear it.
So
I'm
if
paying
we're
attention.
flying on the stream, then
Yeah, no, it's just really weird. I'm looking at like since you can't see it, I'm gonna try and mimic it. And it's basically like it's like just like I can't even do it. It's just,
yeah.
you can't see it because it's
Yeah, on
I think
YouTube
it's
it's
only doing
fine.
it on our Discord, and I don't know what it's
Wait,
about,
are you guys
but
streaming at the same time on
Yeah, we're
No,
live.
no,
Did
it's
they
just
let you do that?
Oh,
no, it's
okay,
just coming
so-
from yours.
What?
She's asking if we're both streaming. No,
Oh,
it's
no,
just you.
it's just me.
Yeah. It's just for some reason Discord's glitching out. It's really confusing.
We have the Lore Lodge channel,
I
and
gotta
we
turn
both
this
use that, but
volume off.
no, it's
Wait, are you streaming on? I want to make sure I'm hosting the right channel. Are you streaming on the at Aiden Mattis right now?
no,
Yep.
we're not on Twitch right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're on YouTube right now. Yeah.
Oh wait, really? Okay, I gave all my chat and everything. Can you give me the YouTube link? Because I actually
Sure.
told all my chat and everything to go to the.
Yeah,
No worries,
I'll
no
message
worries,
it
yeah.
to you.
He'll shoot it over to you. Yeah, sorry about that.
No worries.
Little bit of confusion. How the hell did my shoelace get inside of my other shoelaces?
Anyway, so why don't you ask her a follow-up question about...
Yeah,
what she was
you're right.
saying?
Sorry. This is like I've been up since 5 a.m. Currently dying. Okay, so with the bipedal humanoids thing, that works into a lot of the stuff we talk about, because a ton of my content's about things like the Wendigo, the Skinwalkers.
Yeah, and you covered incest and stuff too.
Yes, and incest, of course. Everyone's favorite topics.
I'm sorry, did I miss something?
Did you miss the incest talk?
I think I
No,
did.
where you were like, you're known as like the incest guy on Twitter.
Oh, yeah.
On TikTok, like not like the incest guy, but like like the blue people, or but
There-
like
There was a brief period where I was...
his face is.
No, okay, so there was a video...
No.
There was a
You
video-
didn't explain it wrong. I was just unaware that I was next to the incest guy.
No, I not like that.
Some
No,
things
okay.
you need to tell me,
All right,
sir.
so what happened was I made a TikTok about a video... So I stitched a video where a girl was saying that, like, blue eyes are the result of inbreeding, and that white people are inbred, and, like, whatever.
Yeah, okay.
And I was just explaining kind of, like, the way of...
Supposedly, yeah.
The way that genetic mutations work, and how inbreeding and various genetic mutations are present all throughout all cultures and all ethnography, and like everyone's inbred to a certain extent. And it's not something to like try and make fun of other people for. And I was basically saying you shouldn't make fun of people for their immutable characteristics.
You were very respectful and like.
Yeah.
Oh, no. You can make fun of him all you want.
Go ahead, go for it. I still can't deal with our fucking Discord right now. This is ridiculous. It's
You'll get over it eventually.
no, I won't.
You will. Just stop. Just pay attention to her.
I'm working on it. Okay, so so I made a couple of TikToks about like that, and then you say the word inbreeding once, and TikTok is like, oh.
No, TikTok is like,
So you
sweet
wanna-
home
So you want
Alabama.
to talk about inbreeding, and then every video on your For You page is about inbreeding.
You're looking very submissive and inbred today.
Inbreedable. Yeah.
I think that's a...
dominant and inbreedable.
Whew.
Is that the opposite of...
No, I would say dominant and... I was going to say barren. Oh, God.
Dominant and barren?
It's... No, what's the proper terminology for that? It's...
Submersive and breathable.
We all live in
Oh,
a
God,
yellow
I hate
submarine.
you.
Sorry.
Do not sing the Beatles to me.
What's wrong with the Beatles?
Everything is wrong with the Beatles.
Now you're really going to get in trouble.
Oh, yeah, be careful. Don't come for the Beatles on the internet.
Oh, I got screamed at. I got screamed at because I said J.K. Rowling has never had an original thought in her life. On TikTok, and people did not like that.
I have a feeling she's not going to like that, considering what
No,
her...
it's so funny actually because I'm not. People like assume I'm a big Harry Potter fan, and like I don't dislike Harry Potter or anything. I don't feel very like attached to it. I guess I just chose Dobby because it was like that or Smeagol, and I thought it was, I
Fair.
was trying to pick something like kind of weird and ugly, so I was like I went with Dobby because I thought that was like good. Before it was Little Dobby 666, but I got like a lot of like weird. Like, not like weird people.
Oh,
like,
you got
like,
weird people when your username was Lil Dobby 666.
That's
Oh,
actually
God.
hilarious.
I think because of my voice, a lot of people, and I don't want to like kink shame or anything. Like whatever consenting adults do, like you know what I mean. Like I don't want to sit here and judge. Like to each their own. It's not really my thing, but so I would get a lot of like messages from people because I think of my voice and that I had Lil in my name, so I think it was like accidentally like misleading to some people. So I went ahead and changed that, and it kind of fixed the issue. I was telling Aiden too, like I used to do hashtag Bigfoot on a lot of stuff to find like other Bigfoot people, and I would get all these feet people that would always message me and like ask about like to see my Bigfoot, and I was like so
Oh,
confused.
God.
Like, oh my god, it's because they think I'm tagging hashtag Bigfoot because they think I literally have like I'm like a girl with a big foot and like I'm trying to like get out with my Bigfoot like, and that was because for some I was like wow, like I get a lot of feet people like. and I don't show my feet or like do like you know what I mean. So I was like, where is this like,
Yeah,
like, is this
nothing I've seen from you has
passion?
even been like overtly like
No,
sexual in
I was
any
so
context.
confused. I was like, I've tried to like find other research people. Why I keep getting big like feet people, like you
Yeah.
know, but the foot community is very nice.
Well, I mean,
You
if
can
the shoe
actually make
fits.
a lot if you're a dude foot guy. You can make if you have like good feet. You can make a lot. You only can.
Why does everything on the internet have to be turned sexual?
Because there were all those
Cryptids gone sexual. Sorry.
Okay, but that would be a really funny like sideshow for us to have.
For a while, but we had to take a little like hiatus because we were worried.
All
You're
right,
gonna shut
okay.
up. Excuse me.
All right. Okay. Well, we're getting off the cryptids. We're getting off the cryptids topic, but I need to know about the hentai podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have like we call. I wanna like keep it like. What's it called? I want you to get monetized. I don't want to like.
Yeah, you're fine. We're past the first couple minutes.
Like innocent community.
No.
I don't want to like.
We're
Oh,
past,
this community's not innocent at all.
so
Don't worry
we're
about it.
past the first couple minutes. The way YouTube works now is like, you got to keep your content a certain level of family and user friendly for the first couple minutes, and then as you get into it a little bit more, you can start to talk about more things. But you just can't like whack people in the face with something off the bat, you know?
No, like mud. You guys can't like mud wrestle or anything.
Yeah. So
Like,
yeah.
I'm sure you guys can.
But no. So yeah, at this point, you know, when we go and do the survey at the end of the video and tell YouTube basically what's in the video, because that's how it works now.
Right.
In terms of monetization, ad revenue, and all of that. So we'll go in and we'll be like, yes, this is mentioned, but it's this far into the video and whatnot, and then their algorithm does the rest. But yeah, tell us about the hentai podcast, because I'm...
Monster fuckers. It was about like a lot of like, yeah, it's kind of strange, but it was about like people, like
No.
it was about like monster hentai we had for a while, and it was pretty popular. We might bring it back soon, but I wanted to make sure it was like allowed, as I didn't want to get in trouble from Twitch because I was trying to like get. I'm still trying to get partners. So I didn't want to like jeopardize it.
If you bring it back, we'll promote it as much as we can.
Oh my god, I will so come on the hentai podcast.
Yes, please. Yes,
And
please.
actually, it's crazy because when me and my friend started it, we're like two girls, we started it. We wanted to almost do like I don't know if you guys are familiar with the podcast Call Her Daddy.
Yeah.
We wanted to do like almost like a D-Gen kind of one, not like D-Gen, but like you know like a little more, I guess, like not modern, but I don't know what word you'd use for that. But so we did it, and I was like blown away at the amount of like women that like really liked it and were like wanting to like like submit stuff, and so it's cool. But yeah.
That is awesome.
I love that. Just
Why didn't we come up with
the
that
term
first?
hentai podcast is just really funny to me.
Well,
Was
it's
it- was-
basically a monster hentai podcast?
Yeah,
Because technically it was 3D like animation, so I don't know if that's technically considered.
So I want to know
Animation.
how did that idea for that podcast surface?
Me and my friend were talking about. Have you ever seen like she would always talk about how she wanted to fuck the what's the thing from The Shape of Water?
Oh, I have no idea what that thing is, but I know
haven't-
what you're talking about.
I haven't
I've
seen the movie,
pictures.
but I know what you're talking about.
The fish,
Yeah,
the fish
you know
dude.
what I'm talking about?
Mhm.
Yeah. Like that was like kind of like a big topic, and we would talk about all like that. It was like I said, I want to keep it clean for your audience because I don't want to like get in trouble. But yeah, we might bring it back. So
That's phenomenal. I love that.
Yeah.
Does that would we get like would there be discussion of Bigfoot on that, and if Bigfoot would be a good
it's so funny.
relationship
A lot of people
partner?
ask me if I want to. A lot of people ask me if I want to sleep Bigfoot. I really don't, because I feel like that'd be a little weird if I was researching something I wanted to like fuck. You know what I mean? If you're like, it's like makes me think of someone's like researching pandas and it's like, oh, that panda is like really sexy, or like, you know what I mean? It's like that'd be a little wrong.
Okay, so here's the thing. So Aiden has a panda fetish. Sorry. He doesn't. He doesn't.
I was trying to find a way to roll with that, but it's just like there's nothing.
There's nothing you can say.
There's nothing that wouldn't sound worse than that.
He stayed over at my place once. I woke up and he was just like, just bamboo everywhere. It was building a tantric love dungeon.
No, but
in my
I do
living
like
room.
that thought though, because there is definitely, when you get into something like Bigfoot, or like you said with a panda, then it's like, because immediately my mind was like, oh yeah, that's definitive bestiality. Like, that's a whole different
You
story.
gotta keep your bestiality very subtle and
You do.
implied.
Yeah, no,
You
I
can't have
definitely don't like
overt
anything
bestiality.
with animals or like anything
Yeah.
like that. Like no.
Understandable.
It's all like they're very
So-
human looking. Human.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So So when it comes to the Bigfoot issue, obviously you spend a lot of time talking about it, reading about it, researching about it. Where are you in the debate between Bigfoot being a corporeal being, as in like a race of humanoids that are as of yet undiscovered or unrevealed, versus Bigfoot being a more spiritual, interdimensional type of being, as some of the Pacific Northwest tribes have suggested?
Yeah, so that's interesting. You bring up kind of a really the common debate between kind of if it's like a terrestrial, like real, like flesh and blood kind of thing, or ultra-terrestrial, interdimensional. I definitely believe that they are what I believe is known as like a Homo cognatus, which is I think a big missing link in the evolutionary kind of chain. And so, and I'm not like an evolutionary biologist or anything, so I'm not going to speak too much on it. But I definitely think he's almost like a lost link was when we were like developing and evolving as humans. I think he was almost like a subset of hominids that kind of like branched off, and they kind of like went off in the woods, did their own thing for a while. But there's a lot of reasons why I think that we can't like have Bigfoot as a thing. I think one reason was I think the impact of colonization on history, and then also like the lumber industry. Like there's so many reasons why the narrative of Bigfoot I don't think for a long time be accepted as mainstream, but I think it will one day. I definitely think he's real. I think he is, like a Homo cognatus, which is kind of what I think of. So I think of him as in a very probably like academic kind of way, that he's like a quite literal missing link in our evolutionary chain, and almost similar to. He's definitely not like you and I. He's definitely like a caveman, has like smaller head. Like, do you know what I mean? Like his brain, not smaller head, but because they have like the domed head, but they have like a little bit. I think they say they have the intellect around a child around 6 to 10 years old. So they definitely are like a very like, and I mean this in like a very like literal sense, like primitive in like the evolutionary chain kind of way, like. So I think of them as like a literal like species of human, I guess.
Got it. So you're kind of the thought that like somewhere around like Homo habilis we branched off and.
But I don't want to discount if they do, like cloak or like a lot of I'm sure you're familiar with like a lot of the theories that Bigfoot like cloaks or like comes from different dimensions. I don't want to discount that because I don't really know. Like physics is crazy.
Yeah,
but
I mean.
I actually think they. Oh no, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I think it's totally feasible, and you can have disagreements and about theories and such without it being disrespectful for some people.
Right.
I think that
I definitely will tell you what I don't agree with is I'm not gonna name his name, but my arch fucking nemesis who claims he's the fucking president of the Bigfoot community and fucking blocked me when I wanted to have a conversation.
Oh, I gotta know this
Bigfoot
story.
Community drama.
I'm not. He claims he has a frozen Bigfoot dick in his garage that his fucking dad or grandpa gave him, and I was like, okay, send it to me and let me send it for testing. Like,
first of all, weird heirloom.
Literal thing.
Like, what was the conversation like there? Like, son, it's time you knew what the family secret
he
is.
He claims he has a body. He claims he's the president of the Bigfoot community. And you guys, I'm sure you guys don't. I'm gonna get so heated. He's not like
no, feel free to get heated.
I don't like him. I'm not gonna name his name, but like he is a YouTuber. Oh my god, it's okay if I hit my vape pen. It's an essential oil.
You're good. Don't worry about it.
It's lavender. I also live in California. It's lavender pen. I'm like just like Kendall Ray. Like I don't.
You're totally fine.
Yeah, you're good. Don't even worry about it.
It's just no, because I totally understand where you're coming from. I have my own nemesis.
He's just such a fucking mean old man. Like, he's just. I don't know if you guys have ever like Peter Rabbit or anything. There's like the Mr. McGregor guy at like the garden. Like he's like like Mr. fucking McGregor. Like, and he knows how to get on my skin because it fucking drives me nuts when he like won't like give me any reaction or anything. He just blocks me and just like doesn't acknowledge me, and I'm just like, you motherfucker.
Yeah, it's.
Like, sorry, I don't try not to cuss.
No, you're fine.
You're good. Don't worry about
it. At this point, I think we're past the threshold.
I'll tell you later if you guys want off stuff because I don't want to send any hate to him. He's I'm sure like a lovely man.
It's always the older dudes too.
Yeah.
Well, no, but a lot of it that's not true because I think honestly everyone else in the Bigfoot community is so nice and so wonderful. Like Dave Spinks is awesome. Like I feel like Lauren Coleman's great. Like there's so many awesome like men in the Bigfoot community. They're all great. It's just this one motherfucker, and I feel like all the men would agree with me that he's. Like, I'm sure he's a nice, wonderful man, but you can't just go around there and tell people that you have a fucking giant Bigfoot dick, like, that you own and that's frozen and not set it for any kind of testing or anything. Like, what the fuck? And he lied about owning a canoe that isn't even fucking from his area.
That's a really weird lie.
Yeah.
I took a stock image. He had a pet pigeon. I took a stock image fucking video from, like, Vimeo, like one of those, websites, like Pexels or something. I have my friend who's a voice actor do, like, I'm pigeon, and, like, I hate him, and, like, he's, like, the pigeon talking bad about him. Like, it was just, like, a light lighthearted thing. And then he like got all upset with me and freaking blocked me on everything for that. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, literally a stock image video of a pigeon is nothing bad about your pigeon. It's your pigeon talking shit to you. That's not even count. Like, it's not like I was making fun of his pigeon or anything. I was just like, I would rather have Dabba own me. Like, I don't even like here. Like, all this shit. Like, just talking shit. And, like, he buys all his flannels from Urban Outfitters. And, like, he drinks Evian. And, like, all this shit. And all that.
He drinks Evian.
That is
Like,
awesome.
He's like, can I just go all in? I'm like, yeah, just go ham. Like, just go all in. He calls himself the president of the Bigfoot community, and it's like, no, you're not. You're literally not. And it's not even, I don't even have a problem with him doing all of it, because I definitely believe in freedom of speech. You should be able to do what you want. But don't put it all into the science stuff. Like, that's not fair. You're disvaluing people like the rest of us who are actually trying to do research. Like, that's serious research.
Yeah, I'm just still hung up on this man's grandfather giving him a...
He has a Bigfoot dick, he has a Bigfoot carcass, he's got multiple Bigfoot, he got an alien frozen, apparently, which I'm kind of like, I don't think this is real.
I feel like if your goal is to be a leadership figure in a research community and you have DNA samples available, then if you refuse to release those or send them off for testing, I don't believe you. Like,
No.
I feel like you must be lying, because...
Well, people do. People really believe him. And then people will be like, oh, like, you like Bigfoot. Do you know, like, don't you watch Dada? And I'll be like, I get a little eye twitch. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, no, like, I fucking don't. Like, I fucking hate that motherfucker. Like, oh, like,
Right.
he's so fucking mad.
It's,
I've told him, I said, debate me with you can pick the moderator. I will let him choose the moderator. Have a, like, formal debate, like, nothing emotional. Let's have, like, an intelligent dialogue, okay? I'll let you say your side. But he's terrified of me. He's very scared of me.
I would love for us to moderate that
I would
debate.
have so much fun with that.
He won't, he will not.
I know, but
I'm honestly a Bigfoot skeptic, personally, like, which is surprising, considering. But you know,
I love skeptics. I always say skeptics are always welcome, because I think sometimes it's good to have skeptics around you that kind of ground you and challenge you and stuff. Because if you don't, then that's a big reason why I like skeptics, because I think sometimes the Bigfoot community the majority is great, but I definitely think sometimes it can get like, you know, like, we need evidence, we need like concrete things to base things on, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Oh my god.
Yeah, I think there's a smart way to approach it, for sure.
I was so worried you were like aligned with him. I'm so relieved that you're not.
No, I don't.
You're not.
I honestly, I don't know who you're talking about.
Same.
Yeah, I have no idea. You'll have to tell us later.
He who shall not be named.
But
yeah,
no, but
Careful around him.
But I totally understand. I mean, we're
just put it under comedy or something. Don't put it under blogs or lifestyle or something. Don't put it under fucking science and technology. Like, come on, dude.
Yeah, it's. But no, I mean, I had that one archaeology dude on TikTok. Like
Who? Wait, who? Minuteman?
No, I actually like him. I would love to talk to him. I'd love to have him on the podcast. Yeah. No, I've reached out or I haven't reached out formally, but I've kind of like commented on a couple of his videos and been like, hey.
Yeah, I've seen you.
We should.
I would love to see you guys interview them.
Yeah, that would be great. Yeah. So like, who was it? It was Archaea Wolf. And chat. Don't.
Who? Wait, tell me the tea. What happened?
Basically, I had a couple videos go viral about Atlantis, and the idea
that was
of
a while ago.
Yeah, this is back over like
continent of Mill.
Not even like very much like the Graham Hancock version, where it's the suggest.
Graham Hancock.
Yeah, same.
He's great.
I think whether he's right or not, I think he's asking the right questions, and I think that's what's important. And that's basically what I was saying was there's enough evidence of something resembling human civilization before the Younger Dryas period that we should consider that perhaps we were more advanced than we are currently aware. And I had a 3-minute video where that was essentially what I was saying.
You always seem very like unbiased, like you look at it from a very like top-down perspective of like this is the information, do with it what you want, which I think is the right way.
Yeah, that's what I try to do with things, because I think like that's when I was in college, my best professors, the people I found the most interesting and reputable were.
You would be a good professor.
Ah, boy.
We're working on that.
Yeah. So would he. You would be a good professor. I could see it.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Hair. Like a little mahogany desk.
Oh, don't get me excited with the mahogany desk.
You look cute in the mahogany with some tweed.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
you should dye her blue. You should dye her like ice blue.
Me or him? Interesting.
you.
Oh, we should have some sort of contest on Twitch or
We should do it for
YouTube
charity
or something.
Like
If
you
we
raise a
like,
goal.
if we hit a certain amount of subs or something, we'll
Yeah.
dye our hair blue.
It would have to be by a certain period, point in time.
Well, I mean, I told TikTok
like,
if we got to 150 patrons, I was like, TikTok, if we get to 150 patrons on Patreon, I'll get frosted tips. And we're only at like 75 patrons.
77, just checked it out.
Oh,
You
really?
guys,
Yeah.
come on, if anyone from, we're not on Twitch right now, never mind. I was gonna say, never mind. I'm in your territory.
Yeah, it's that's actually a great segue into kind of the next thing I want to talk about, which was Twitch, because I recently started Twitch streaming. Obviously, Twitch streaming is pretty big for you. You have what, 12,000 followers?
Oh my god, I feel like that's not that much, but thank you.
That's
You'll get them fast, like.
that's a lot of followers.
Yeah, let's be fair. Like
I
that's
also
that's
have
just
no
solid
life,
amount.
though. I kind of like I would stream for like a long, all day, every day for a while, and then kind of.
So?
down to a low rate.
Yeah, but I mean that's a considerable number of followers.
Yeah, that's
Also, what you're at what, like 36,000 on Instagram?
I think I'm like 34, 33. Yeah, Instagram, actually, I have way better. I get a lot more like traffic and stuff on Instagram. I love Twitch. Twitch, I just kind of enjoy. I still have like a day job. I still work. It's like I work as a receptionist from home, so it's like pretty laid back.
Oh, nice.
Gotcha.
I still definitely have the thing. I really like doing both. But yeah. Yeah, Instagram, actually, I got a lot of stuff from just like chewing pasta. I would just chew pasta noodles, and then I would get a lot of attention for other like more intelligent, in-depth, like, not saying chewing pasta is not, I don't want to say that, but like, you know what I mean? I would try to like do that, and then it would lead into like having dialogue with people about like actual like science stuff. So
Yeah, that's chewing pasta.
there's a lot of people that like people watching people chew pasta, like the not cooked, raw, like raw dog pasta, like just. You know what I mean? Just the dry noodle.
Yes, well, we know exactly what you mean, but I think hearing the phrase "raw dog pasta," oh, I can imagine.
Oh, he heard me say dog.
Probably, yeah.
Archie's raw.
Oh god, what?
He's not cooked.
That's good. That's really, I'm happy about.
Can you call something raw if it's alive?
Wait, what sign are you
Don't.
guys? Can I guess really quick?
Oh,
Yeah, go for it.
All right, okay.
If you're not into word, you will not insult me.
Oh no, I know all of mine because I went out with an astrology girl. For
I
a
am
little bit.
more than happy to have you guess what we
Are
are,
you
because I'd be very
Scorpio?
curious.
Which one?
Attack.
I'm not.
Are you a? Are you? Capricorn?
Close. Well, I don't know exactly
What are you?
when in the year it is. I'm a Cancer.
You're not an Aries. Okay.
No.
Oh my God, emotional.
Supposedly,
Oh.
that's what people tell me when I say it.
No, that's really good. They always say the Cancers make the best like kids. Like you are like your parents probably really like love you. Like they always like you always like if you have a kid that like having a Cancer kid, it's like they're gonna be a good kid. Good. You know what I mean? Good.
Well, that's what they tell me, but I still have yet to, cross-reference that.
Aiden, are you a Virgo?
No.
You a Leo?
Nope.
What the hell? I know when you're born, but I don't know what that is.
I'm like so the archetype for what I am too. That's the funny
Really?
part. Yeah, I check every single
Are you
box.
Capricorn?
No.
What?
It was actually the first thing you guessed for either of us. I'm a Scorpio.
You're Scorpio? Uh-oh. Go, you hold a grudge. That's cool. That's how we get along. You know what I mean? But I'm saying it a good way. Like, y'all are petty. Like a Scorpio, it's like, y'all are passionate, and I think sometimes people see passion as, like, danger, like you're gonna burn their house down. But, like, Jum and I were right there with you. We're like, okay, where the fuck, you know what I mean? I'm hiding the matches.
Yeah.
So I respect that.
A lot of, like, my closest friends have either Pisces or Cancer.
Really?
Yeah.
That's Norman Pisces.
Well,
Norman's a
Pisces
Pisces.
friends with everyone, though. Pisces friends with them. Pisces is like the teacher's pet. Who's like, let me help you clean the boards after class.
That makes sense. That fits in.
I remember we used to rip on Tommy for being a Virgo.
Mm-hmm.
Just because it's the Virgin.
Love Virgos.
And this was like when we were 15,
Yeah.
and obviously all of us had still not touched the forbidden fruit.
Yeah. I don't want to even say it or ask it.
But it was just funny. It was like a little
The poor
15-year-old
boy.
us. I didn't kiss a girl till I was 15. And I was sitting there, like,
That's nice.
making fun of Tommy for being a Virgo at Port Richards.
Oh my god. Did that close down?
No. They're just doing renovations.
Oh, I was going to say, because I drove by it the other day and I was like, whoa, what happened?
Yeah, Dix is just going through a bit of a
Wait,
a
so
rut.
why did you want to do
Facelift?
film? Tech Aiden.
So initially when I was getting into high school, my interest, I thought I was going to do either aerospace or...
You have nice calves. Sorry, continue. No, I thought you were
Thanks.
saying that. Yeah, you have nice calves.
Thank you very much.
You make money
Ladies,
with
You know, I never thought about it, but I might have to look into it.
only calves.
Only... and it's just pictures of baby cows.
Honestly, people probably would pay for that.
Yeah, that's true. Anyway, to answer your question, so when I was getting into high school, I was under the impression that I was going to end up doing either aerospace or nautical engineering. And I got into high school and I just kind of... I took a class that was related to film, and when I was younger, like a really young kid, like 5 or 6, I would like make a lot of movies just at home, like with family and friends and stuff like that.
Cute.
And it
Yeah.
kind of like, petered out like through middle school because I got busy with other stuff. And I really got into it in high school, and it got to like junior year, and I wasn't necessarily sure exactly what I wanted to do with my life. And I thought to myself, I was like, okay, I have way too many actual interests.
You're leaving out the deep lore of our friendship. The Linkin Park music.
Oh,
video.
we'll get there. We'll get there. Yeah, now we have to get there. So, I essentially said to myself, I was like, okay, what is a career path that would allow me to explore as many of my interests as possible
Sure.
while being focused on like a specific career? And my mindset was, well, film. It's what I'm most interested right now in.
Right.
And it would allow me to, if I wanted to write a story or like be involved in a movie, it was about, for example, I really like trains. I'm one of those people.
What do you think of Choo Choo Charlie?
I'm not familiar. What is Choo Choo Charlie?
Oh my god, okay, you have to look him up later. It's so scary.
Okay, I will,
Later.
absolutely. So like, I've always been interested in that ever since I was a kid, like literally an infant. I was big into that. Love music. The older I get, the more I get into it. So many other different
died
things.
from a train in a past life. Sorry to this
That
would
would-
be really morbid.
That'd be pretty
Like, at
cool.
least, like then maybe. Oh no, then you wouldn't like them. Never mind.
Nah, if I was gonna go
You
out,
probably killed somebody with a train in a past life.
yeah, probably.
Ooh, like a
Um,
conductor gone bad.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
You ever hear the red banana joke?
Oh, this sounds bad.
I'm not going to tell the red banana joke because it's too long, but it's a train joke.
Okay.
I've
Okay.
told it on Twitch before. I mean, do you guys want to hear it?
Is it like sure? Fuck it.
Okay, all right. Okay, so basically, there's this guy, and he's a train conductor, right?
Yeah.
And one day he's chugging along in his choo-choo, and somebody basically just falls in front of the train, and he hits the guy and he kills him.
Yeah.
So he ends up getting sent to jail for manslaughter for recklessly driving this train,
Mm-hmm.
and
As you do.
it's
Wait, how do
basically
you recklessly drive a train if it's on track?
it doesn't matter. We're talking about a joke here.
Okay.
Point is,
I do appreciate the thought process.
So the point is, the man goes to jail for killing someone with a train, and for reasons unbeknownst to me, because I'm not a legal scholar, he gets sentenced to death. So they go in to give him his last meal, and they're like, "What would you like to eat?" And he said, "Oh well, I really want this red banana, but it's only good in Africa this time of year." So they're like, "All right, well, we'll do our best to get you your banana." And they send a squad of 10 men to go to Africa, and they cut their way through the bush and the forests and the jungles, and finally the team of men come upon this grove, and in the center of the grove is a tree, and from this tree hangs a red banana. Now,
Bananas don't grow on trees, though. They grow on bushes, I thought. Oh, okay.
This is apparently there's a lot of suspension of disbelief in this story.
there's a lot of suspension of
There's a
disbelief
lot
in
of
this
plot
story.
holes. It is,
Yeah.
I didn't write the joke.
It's an interesting mise en scène.
I'm just retelling.
Oh, you just brought me back to like sophomore year in film school. Thank you for
okay.
that.
Okay.
The one nice thing I got out of film school was like 4 cool references.
Yeah, when he finishes this joke, I want to ask you the same question you asked me.
Anyway, they get to the grove, and it's the banana grove, and in the middle of the banana grove is a red banana bush, tree, plant, and they're like, at last, the red banana. And they go to pick it, and out of nowhere, an army of gorillas just charges in and rips all but one of them to shreds. and he escapes with the red banana in hand. And he gets back to the prison, and he gives the prisoner, the train conductor guy, the red banana, and he says, "We lost a lot of good men getting this banana. I hope it was worth it." And the conductor says, "Yeah, it really is." And he eats it, and then they strap him down to the electric chair. They have a priest come in and do last rites and all that, and they pull the lever, and nothing happens. They pull the lever again, and nothing happens. And they're like, "All right, well, you know what? The fear of death is enough punishment for you, so we're gonna let you go." So anyway, the man goes back and gets a job with Amtrak, because background checks aren't real.
Yep.
And so within a couple months, he once again manages to hit and kill someone with his train. And once again, he goes to prison, and this time they're like, "That was very reckless of you. How could you do this?" And they sentence him to death. And he's on death row, and they're like, "What do you want for your last meal?" And he says, "Oh, well, I really want a red banana, but they're only good in Asia this time of year." So this time, not to make the same mistakes as before, they send pretty much an army of 100 men to go get this banana. And they chop their way through the dense bamboo forests of Asia. Aiden is rock hard the entire time as they get close to the pandas.
I am almost as bricked up as I am when watching Scott Hansen on Sundays for Red Zone. Anyway.
So they cut their way through the bamboo forests, and they find another grove, and hanging from the bamboo trees is a red banana. And they're like, at last we found the red banana. And they go and they go to cut it down from the tree, and once again, just out of the trees, like the Viet Cong, come an army of pandas. And the pandas just tear these people apart.
This is the longest joke I've ever heard.
Yeah, I know. It's worth it at the end, I promise. So the pandas come out, and they just tear all these people to shreds, except for one man who manages to escape with the red banana. And another man who was Aiden, who spends his time making out with the pandas. It's like Life Among the Gorillas or Life Among the Chimps, whatever it was.
I'm not familiar, but I guess I'll have to do
there was
my
an
research.
anthropologist who went and spent a bunch of time with some gorillas. Anyway, point is, but the guy who survives gets back. He gives the banana to the conductor, and he says, "I hope it was worth it. We lost a lot of men getting this banana." And he's like, "Yeah, it's definitely worth it." And so this time they strap him to the electric chair, and they're gonna get him. And so they pull the lever, and it doesn't work. They pull the lever again, and it doesn't work. They just flick the lever up and down, and nothing happens. And they're like, "All right, well, twice. There's no way he'll do it a third time, and he can't get a job as a conductor now anyway. Like, who's gonna hire him?" So, but this man, all he knows, he just lives and breathes trains. So he goes and he gets a job driving the little choo-choo train at Disneyland, at Disney World, and
Wait, the monorail?
no, the
That's
little
like automated.
the little choo-choo train that goes around Disney
They
World.
have a second train?
There's a
there's
a little choo-choo train at Disney World.
They have narrow gauge scale steam engines that go around Disneyland.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I hate that
Y'all are both
you
such
knew the
Disney
exact
adults.
the fuck no I.
Walt Disney was a huge train fan, so that's why.
Yes,
but
he did. I believe his parents were
That and anti-Semitism are what Aiden has in common.
he
with Walt
literally
Disney.
definitely, yeah. No, but that's why Disneyland started, because he wanted a space where he could ride his trains, and so he was going to build this area with a railroad track around it, and then he was like, "Well, let's just make it a full theme park."
Yeah, so then he hires this guy who's a conductor, and then he's doing his job. He's driving the train around Disney World, and then he sees a child trip across the tracks, and he knows that he can't hit another child, but the bloodlust is so strong. So he just accelerates the train and runs over the child, and this time he goes to prison, and they're like, "All right, you killed a kid. You're done. You're out. You're no more." And so they, death sentence. He's on death row. They go to bring him his last meal, and they say, "What do you want?" And he says, "I want a red banana, but they're only good in Antarctica this time of year." They're like, "Well, that's weird." But anyway, they send 1,000 men this time. They're like, "We're not getting taken down this time." So
Just like, sorry, but like this is you don't get a meal this time.
No, it's just what it is.
Oh God, okay.
I don't make the rules. Take it up with Congress.
Okay, nonetheless.
So anyway, they send an army of 1,000 men to Antarctica, and they fight their way through freezing blizzards and just, horrible snowfalls, and they make it to the South Pole, and hanging from the the South Pole itself, because there's a pole there, is a single red banana. And they're like, all right, we got it. And the leader of the expedition goes and he takes it down. And out of nowhere, just emperor penguins just swarm in and just peck everybody to death, except for one man.
I'm not going to lie, I didn't hear the word peck at first.
Okay. And he escapes. And he has the red banana. And he gets back and he says, we lost 999 good men to get this banana. I really hope it was worth it. And he hands it to the conductor and he says, it was. It's always worth it. And he eats his banana and they strap him into the electric chair and the warden pulls the lever and nothing happens. And he pulls the lever like 18 times and nothing happens. And so finally he walks in and he says to the prisoner, I have to know, what is it about the bananas that makes you immune to electricity? And the prisoner looks at him and he goes, oh, it's not the bananas, I'm just a really bad conductor.
Wait, so he didn't...
Oh my god! Oh my god.
I'm so sorry, I have to flip my contact because they're like flipping in my eyes.
You're fine.
You're good, don't worry about it. I want to jump off a bridge. You're never allowed to tell another joke on here again.
Oh, damn it. Oh. Archie.
Oh my god.
Whoo, boy.
Oh, okay. So, for anybody who didn't get that joke, you may not have taken...
The people who drive trains are called conductors. And materials that transmit electricity, they conduct it. They conduct electricity. So they can't electrocute him because he's a bad conductor.
I want my half hour back.
It was like 7 minutes. And you guys interrupted a bunch of times.
That was way more than 7 minutes. Chat, let us know how long that was. So... yeah, I completely agree. I also hate you for making me listen to that. Oh my god.
It's a great joke.
I fear for your definition of great joke. I consider a great joke to be something that is
fine.
Far less...
I'll make up for it with something short. All right.
No more jokes.
No, this one's good. It's about a kid.
When our guest gets back, you're going to ask a question.
Exactly. When she gets back, I will continue with the discussion. But anyway, so there's a kid, and it's his senior year, and he's going to prom. He's taking his girlfriend, and he's getting ready for the dance, and he's already asked her and whatever. And so he goes to buy the tickets at school, but there's a really long line, so he waits for like an hour, and he finally gets his tickets. And, his girlfriend's really excited. She really wants to go to prom. And then she finally shows him her dress, and he's like, all right, I'm going to rent a tux that matches. So he goes to the tuxedo rental store, and this time there's like a 2-hour line. He sits in the line, and it's really long, but it's worth it because he loves his girlfriend. And he gets his tuxedo. And finally that night she tells him, it's the night before prom, she's like, I really, really want a limo ride to prom. And he's like, oh, all right. So he goes to the limousine rental place, and now he stands in line for like 3 hours. And it's just a really long line, but it's worth it because he loves his girlfriend and whatever. And then the next day, he puts on the tux, he brings her flowers and whatever, and they go to prom in the limo, and they're having a great time at the dance. And then about halfway through, she says, "Hey, can you go get me some?" Can you go get me some punch
you're gonna stop.
Punch bowl? No, I'm almost done. The joke's almost done. She says, "Can you go get me some punch?" And he says, "Sure." And he walks over. He goes straight to the punch bowl, and he pours some punch because there's no punch line.
I'm gonna punch you. Okay. Anyway, Dobby, thank you for coming back.
Woo!
No, you're good.
Yeah, we're
For what, sorry, again?
What? The link?
Oh no,
Yeah.
people were asking for the link for the thing because they were just confused because they thought it was on Twitch.
Oh,
Got it. No
did you
worries.
send it to her?
Yeah. Did you get it from me?
Yes, I did. Yep.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. So,
All right, so
now that that's over, Dobby, asking you the same question that you asked me about a half an hour ago before he started his tirade on jokes. So, what made you want to go to film school?
Yeah, so basically, before I actually did I was interested in kind of cognitive science, like human-computer interaction, but then I decided to switch to film and production because I really wanted to do documentary. I really liked stuff like Vice and stuff like that, so I wanted to do that, but then I realized I was really bad at making films. Very expensive mistake, and I was like, okay, actually, this is really hard. I don't know if I want to do this for my job, and yeah, so I decided to go kind of a different route. But I've been liking voice acting, so it's been chill.
Nice. Wait, so tell me more about the voice acting thing. So, what have you? I mean, I don't know how much you can
last topic I
share.
wanted to talk about, so that works.
Yeah,
Perfect, there we go.
I have to be like a little careful about what I talk about, but it's been cool. Yeah, I got found for it from Twitch, and yeah, it's been fun. I like it.
What kind of stuff are you doing? Is it like big productions
I
or?
do a lot of, like, books right now. No, super small. I do like a lot of like books and stuff like that. Like I'm currently working with for a book series I'm actually going to be announcing soon. That I didn't write or anything. I have it was like a 4-part book series I worked on, and then I'm working on right now kind of like getting some kind of just like different. I've been applying for different like agents and stuff like that, and kind of just like learning the ropes to it. I used to do some acting stuff when I would before I would be like an extra in the background of stuff. But it was like really hard, and I didn't like it that much. So I like voice acting a lot more.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, it's a lot of really difficult hoops to jump through in terms of anything related
It's hard for
to
me
acting.
I'm not a good reader, and to
Okay.
do it that's the hard part for me is I'm not a strong reader. Like I can read in my head no problem, but I'm not good with reading things. I kind of memorize it.
Yeah,
Got
I
it.
mean, I totally. We do the story time videos, and it's. I cut all the time. It's
Yeah,
constant. It's just like.
definitely.
And you go back and you're like, I didn't really like that take, and then you do the same take 8 times, and then you're like, all right, it's good enough because you're your own worst critic.
Definitely.
Yeah. So is that what you're doing out in California, or have you always been out there?
No, I grew up actually in the Midwest. I was born in Europe, but I grew up in the Midwest, and now I live in California. Yeah, and I went to school out here and stuff, and I really like it. I work out here, and it's pretty cool. And now a lot of my family lives out here too, so it's
Okay.
nice.
Do you mind if we ask
Yeah,
what
where
country
are
you
you
were born in?
Yeah, I was born in Belgium.
Oh,
Okay.
cool.
Wisconsin of Europe.
The Wisconsin
It's
of
all
Europe.
good.
I've never heard that, but I love it.
That's
Wait, that
amazing.
fits because we referred to Ohio as France is the Ohio of Europe.
Yeah, it's mirrored, but yeah, that worked.
yeah.
That's funny.
All right, that's perfect.
No, and
So
I
it's-
don't even mean geographically, it just
Yeah.
I feel like the culture is very similar to Midwest culture.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so I grew up in the Midwest.
And they're good at cheeses.
So, yeah. Wait, where do you guys live? You don't. I don't want dogs.
Oh, we're in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, we're not far outside of Philly.
Oh, cool. I think of Hemlock Grove. I don't know if you guys ever watched that on Netflix. But
I haven't.
I've heard of it, but I haven't watched it.
I feel like Pennsylvania is cool because there is a bunch of I don't know. I feel like there's a big Bigfoot community out there too.
Yeah, it's also super fucking haunted.
Yeah, I guess it is, technically.
So much haunted stuff here.
Yeah. We still have to make use of that, but we will eventually.
I just also like the Halloween attractions in this part of Pennsylvania
There's a
are
lot of them.
so good.
Yeah.
Like
Do you guys know any Amish?
I don't
personally.
personally know any Amish people, but I've met Amish. Plenty of. I mean, they live not far from here.
Yeah.
Like, you drive an hour
Is it
west of
true
where
that
we
they're
are. It's
very
Amish
aggressive
country.
with their buggies? I heard my friend was telling me yesterday that they
Yes.
they're fucking out of control.
You would
driving
know
their,
better
they
than I.
drive so crazy. They're little motherfucking. trying to,
Yeah,
walk
it's
the road
just
real
like it's not something you would expect from someone driving a horse-drawn carriage,
Mm-hmm.
but they have turn signals, which is weird.
Well, you kind of have to.
I know
nowadays.
it's just that technology is okay, but
Well, some,
yeah, no,
some of
they
them
will
drive
definitely butt into your lane despite you being in a car and then force you to go 15 miles an hour on Route 30.
Yeah, it's brutal.
It's horrible. They are very good at constructing furniture and buildings, though.
Yes, extremely.
Really incredible.
Are you guys both from Pennsylvania?
Yeah,
Yes.
we grew up one school district over from each other.
Yep. Yeah,
Oh,
we live.
nice. Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, we live. When I was living with my parents, we were about 20 minutes away from each other. Now it's about 30.
yeah.
Oh, God, that's nice. You guys are like locals
Yeah.
of like where you're from. That's cool.
Yeah, I like where we live.
Yeah,
I like
that's
Phoenixville a lot better than I like Devon.
Yeah. Well, that's fair. I'll tell you what. I went out in Manioc last night, or no, Saturday night. Saturday night. Yeah. It's not that much different from Phoenixville.
I didn't think it was.
It's a lot more similar than I
A
thought.
little bit more urban.
Yeah. Well, I mean, considering it's technically part of Philly,
Yeah.
you know, it makes sense.
You have to pay higher sales tax. How's that feel?
Do I?
You guys are like 8%.
You guys
Yeah.
should go do one of those Amish vacations where you can like go live like an Amish for a week.
You mean like Shroot Farms?
I don't know what that is.
From
but
The Office?
Oh,
You
yeah,
have
yeah.
like a word for it? That's what I imagine people do for fun in Pennsylvania. Like you guys go like,
Thankfully, no. Thankfully, it's mainly like hiking or just going up like snowboarding and skiing. Because like that, the great part
Yeah.
about where we live is in the winter we're an hour from okay mountains, 2 to 3 hours from decent mountains. Like it's nothing like out west
Yeah.
or like up in New England, but it's pretty
Yeah,
solid.
the Appalachians are right there.
Yeah, and then we're about like an hour and a half, 2 hours from the beach in the summer. So it's like it's good.
nice.
Yeah, it's good equilibrium distance, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, it's
Yeah,
fun.
I feel you. That's cool. I have to ask you guys one question. It's driving me crazy.
Go for
Are
it.
you of the thought group that Bigfoot is a Gigantopithecus or an ancient ape? Or do you think it's a kind of hominid, like the thing I believe? And don't tell me what you think I want to hear. Tell me the truth. Because I'll know.
Well, you
No, I'm
are
just kidding, just I wanna know.
you are the Milkmaster cryptid guy. So
The
you know.
milk. We're gonna call me the Milk Master again.
I mean,
Did I tell you about the dream I had where I was being? Where I was being chased through an
Did you
abandoned
milk
prison
the
by no. I was being chased around an abandoned prison by a guy in a milkman outfit.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, the milkman is you and the prison is your mind. Like, that's what that means, I think. I don't know.
You-
Like, I
he-
don't like
yep.
that, like,
So you are the Milkmaster.
Oh God, I am the milkman.
You just proved our entire Discord correct.
Oh God.
See?
And the
There you
chat.
go, there you go.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you for that.
We didn't have a milk chain today.
No, there was one.
Oh, they did the milk
Yeah.
chain. Okay.
Yeah, they did.
Um,
So why don't you answer her question first, considering
Yeah,
you're
sure.
the cryptid guy.
So I fall more into the camp that he would be an interdimensional being, like a multidimensional kind of, and maybe traveling through.
Not where I thought you'd be going with that, to be honest with you, but yeah, keep up.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised too. I thought you were gonna be like, he's not real. Like,
No,
Like, I
if Bigfoot's a thing, I think it's probably a creature with some sort of advanced knowledge.
ultra-terrestrial.
Yeah, so I think so. For example, with Celtic folklore, there's the concept of the other world and the seas and all that, and how you can in certain places you can enter into another dimension through earthly portals, usually in caves.
don't they call them like the Tuatha De Dan or something? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the Tuatha De Danann.
Yeah.
They are the kind of like they're not quite gods, but they are kind of demigod beings almost in Irish folklore, and at a certain point in Irish history, they supposedly retreated into the fairy mounds and reside now in the otherworld. And the Welsh have similar but different otherworld stories that
Right.
are a little bit more centralized. So I think that I would follow along the line that Bigfoot is something like that, in that
That's
he
interesting. And
is
that's
more
like
a
a very
they,
common one.
yeah, and that they live kind of between planes, and that's why you seem to see them like pop up and then disappear.
Tarkaden looks like he disagrees with what you're saying. Are you lying? He looks like he's looking at you like, or maybe he's just being pensive because he's a Cancer and he's just like thinking on it. He's marinating on it.
I think it's more likely
You
the
are
second
kind of a
option
tumor.
there. A what?
You are kind of a tumor.
A tumor?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Cancer.
Yeah. Just,
It's a
irradiate
cancer
me a
joke.
little bit.
Very good taste, obviously.
Yes, obviously. Yeah, no, just more pensive and just thinking about my own answer and analyzing his a bit.
What's your answer?
What do you think?
I'm probably more aligned with you actually, because in my mind, considering there are not naturally existing primates within North America, at least as far
Or
as
the
my knowledge is.
vegetation to sustain them. Like, people don't understand, like, that's such, like, the amount of food that they'll need, like, and that's kind of my argument. Sorry, continue, sorry.
No, you're good. I mean, you know a lot more about the topic than I do.
I was
So.
just saying that, like, it makes me think of the similarity between, I'm sure you're familiar with the Loch Ness Monster. And I want to
Yes.
be clear when I say I don't believe in the Loch Ness Monster. I don't want to say that because it supports a lot of local economies and like they make a lot of like local like bed and breakfast and stuff, and I would feel so bad
Right.
if something I said like affected, well, it wouldn't affect that. That's like very conceited, but you know what I mean. Like, I don't want to like say that, but I like, because I get why people think he's existed. However, like, they've gone in, they've done sonar, they've done like underwater divers and stuff. There's literally not enough vegetation. Like, even if that thing was full of like plants to sustain a Leopleurodon, a plesiosaur of that kind of size. So it's kind of where I get with it. So yeah, I mean, think of that.
Man, I so totally off topic, but when she just said Leopleurodon, it just immediately reminded me of the supernatural gag reel thing where they
Oh,
did
and
the
maybe I
one
thought
thing.
you were gonna say that Charlie video, like that one like Candy Mountain video thing.
But
That's also
That's what it is though, because
Candy Mountain, Charlie.
because
yeah, you know
the
what I'm talking about.
well, but that's the thing is the supernatural gag reel thing. They're referencing that.
Yes.
So yeah, so it's just like, but I'm
Yeah,
I'm
the
imagining Jensen
Leopleurodon
Ackles say
was
Leopleurodon.
And
Yeah.
there's some other
Leopleurodon.
kind of like prehistoric, also like fish that even kind of look a little bit kind of like what you would consider the stereotypical Loch Ness monster.
Yep.
But
If there's any cryptid that I would want to be real, it's Nessie. I
why?
I just think
Why?
it's
Like,
so
that's why.
cool. I just think
Can't
like
abandon my man.
it's just like, I mean, you know, the idea of this is my 4-year-old boy brain is like ancient humanoid or massive dinosaur in water. And my brain is just like, my favorite movie's Jaws.
He
I'm
wants
just like,
the
yes.
plesiosaur.
I love
I do.
Jaws. That was actually one of the main in my film school. That was one of the main movies in like the curriculum. was
Oh,
Jaws.
really?
I didn't really like it that much, but yeah, my film like my teacher did loved it.
Yeah, that was the first like grown-up
It's a
movie
very
I ever
cool
watched.
guy movie to like. It's like a
Yeah.
hot girl movie to like. You know what I mean? Like,
I love that. That's a great description. I want that boat.
Scarface.
I took
That's
That's a good point. Scarface is great. I just want the boat in that movie so bad. It's so cool.
I took a writing
Yeah.
course senior year of high school,
Yeah.
and we watched The Graduate 4 times.
Horrible movie, in
4
my
times.
opinion.
We
Hot
wa-
take.
We watched
Graduate's
The Graduate
terrible.
4 times.
It's so bad.
It was
What's
okay
your
the
guys'
first time.
favorite movie? Wait, what's your
Oh,
favorite
Lord of the
movie?
Rings. I am a Lord of the Return of the King.
He's a Lord of the Rings stan.
Yeah, are you gonna go do the like New Zealand like Lord? You can go stay in the Hobbit hole thing. You guys should go do that.
At some point,
That'd
at
be
some
fun.
point, I want to.
When we
Yeah,
have
you can
enough
stay
income
there.
to do that, yeah.
I would love to do
That'd be a
that,
good
but I'm
like goal for your
poor.
community.
That's true.
Send us
So
to
some
New
people
Zealand.
should Get on it.
We will not come back.
Yeah, right. Yeah, for me, I
Like
can't.
Frodo and Little Samwise. Oh my god!
Ooh,
If
that'd
someone
be
should
fun.
edit that into like something. Like your face is on that. That'd be so
Discord,
funny.
you know what to do.
I don't want to be Frodo.
Why not?
I feel like in this, I have to be Frodo, but I don't want to be Frodo. Because Frodo's a little bitch, okay?
I mean, yeah,
Frodo's
fair.
a little bitch boy. Like, oh my god, the
You
burden,
wanna
it's so
be Smeagol? I
heavy.
mean, like what else? Like I don't know. I'm trying to think of other.
Who would you? Yeah,
characters.
who
What's
would
the
you
blonde
want to be?
one?
You'd want to be like Aragorn.
Everyone's badass.
Well, yeah, no
Is
shit.
that the Orlando Bloom one?
No, that's Legolas.
I
Did you
feel
know
like
that,
Legolas is kind of like a little, like,
I feel
bitch.
like-
I feel like he's kind of like I don't know.
I feel like if we're
Batman is
anybody,
like
we're
a
probably the
villain.
two twins, or whatever the fuck they are. The ones who are always talking about like second breakfast or whatever.
Oh, Mary and Pippin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably who we are.
We've had one.
Okay,
Yes.
what's your
What about
favorite
second breakfast?
I don't think he knows about second breakfast. Sorry, what were you saying?
Oh my god, wait, and then like the little Latmus spread, right? Is that what they call it?
Lembas bread.
Litmus spread.
Latmus spread. I
I
love
know, it's
that.
called
That's the hummus that you put on the lembas bread.
Brilliant.
That was
Also-
good. That was good.
Underrated food, hummus.
Really?
I love hummus.
I'm not a fan.
Oh my god, it's so good. Hummus and pita, like, such a good snack.
Interesting.
I want to know what his favorite movie is.
What's your favorite?
So
Those
Jaws.
are the ones
Jaws has always been number one, but my top three. I was actually because I'm considering doing for Thornberry Thursday. One of the episodes going to be me ranking my top 10 favorites.
Mhm.
I have a
you
lot
should
of
do, like, film theory essays or like video essays.
that could be fun. I could do that. Yeah. I have like a top 5-ish, 3 to 5 that
Yeah.
just are my like top. So
I feel
Jaws has always been number one for me. Another one I really love is The Fugitive with Harrison
okay,
Ford and
yeah.
Tommy Lee Jones. There's just something about Tommy Lee Jones sarcastically barking orders that I could watch on repeat for the rest of my life. It's just so fun. But the movie is fantastic because it's very it's grounded. It's very real. I love part of the reason why I dislike the transition from film to digital is I know there are a
You're
lot
gonna
of
tell us,
positives.
uh-oh.
I am. Well,
Oh no.
I know it's going to happen, and I know that there are a lot of reasons for it to happen. But there's
Embrace
something
nature. It's
I
so good.
know, but there is something specifically about shooting on film that
Yes.
there's it's very similar to I was reading Time magazine's edition for the 9/11 20th memorial, and one of the articles that they had was by the photographer that got the Time magazine cover photo
Yes, I
for
know
November
exactly the
12th.
article you're talking about. I know,
Yeah,
yes.
and he was talking about how with back then, because everything digital was really just starting to show up, and he was still photographing on film. And he was saying, the difference between film and digital today is that, with a digital camera, anybody can pick it up. You can take a million pictures and then decide afterward which ones was the best. Whereas with a film camera, you had to mentally pre-compose the shot before you even took it. So you had to
That's
all,
true.
so as he had all of his stuff because he was coming back from this is for people who haven't read the article. He had all of his gear on him because he was coming back from a different shoot. And as he was walking down Broadway, he saw the first tower get hit, and just instinctually he started running down Broadway to get to the World Trade Center because he knew this was going to be an important event. And on the way down, he was mentally processing where's the light coming from, what is the correct angle for the getting the subject, and all these different elements of photography that he had to know before he even got there in order to get the right shot. And of course, when he got there, the South Tower began to collapse. That was the first tower to collapse, but the second tower that got hit. And that was that picture of people running away from the cloud of dust and rubble was his photograph that was used the next day for the Time magazine. So the reason I bring that up is because with film, in terms of video format, there's something that when you look at a film that was shot on film versus digital, especially today, you'll notice that film looks a lot more plain. And I say
What do you mean?
plain.
Elaborate on that. 'Cause I
Yeah,
don't understand that part.
so when I say plain, I mean there's not a whole lot of color correction or specifically color manipulation that would happen in movies shot on film.
I know what you're
Generally,
saying. Yeah.
so generally when things look as they would in real life, unless there was specifically motivated lighting, like if somebody was using red lighting or blue
Right.
lighting or something along those lines.
Sure. Yeah.
Whereas the way digital
Yes,
works, stop. The way digital works is that you can't actually capture the natural lighting. They generally shoot in log or some form of it. Even in RAW, it's a grayed out version of whatever you shot because that allows colorists to more effectively manipulate the image to get the desired effects and looks that a director and an editor may want. But the problem is that then lends itself to immediately going to the point where the image is going to be manipulated rather than it just being as desired.
No, this
Or
is
not as
super
desired.
interesting.
Your mom's in
Yeah.
the chat.
Ah,
Your mom's in chat?
His mom's in
apparently.
chat.
What did she
Oh,
say?
Hi, Mrs. Thornberry.
Hello.
Hi, Mom. But yeah, so for me, there's something that I really enjoy about a film that is, I like films that focus on the cinematography and focus on the composition of the frame, but I also like things that aren't overly stylized.
See,
Part of
I love overly stylized.
interesting, okay,
That's annoyingly
but that's not a bad thing. Yeah, no, I think they're two very different types of experiences. Good example. So Jaws, again, my favorite movie.
Yeah.
One of the things that makes that movie so great, in my opinion, is because even the background and secondary actors are people who lived in that community, and you believe that because they don't. A good example. One thing that is really tough for me to digest with, for example, like CW shows or things
Right.
along those lines is everybody on. Oh, good example, Supernatural as it aged. The early seasons of Supernatural, the secondary
You guys
characters
are
that
like
would be
Sam and
introduced.
Dean.
I'll touch on that in a second. The secondary and guest characters in the first few seasons of Supernatural are very like normal people looking. You know,
Oh,
it
I
could
know what you mean by that. Yes.
like they look like people you would see just walking down the street. Whereas the more time goes on, the more the secondary actors look like CW actors. They look like early to
Yeah, I
mid
know what you mean.
20s actors, and so that's another one of those things where it's like in Jaws, the people from the community, like everybody looks like they belong there. Like I believe those people live there.
Authentic almost.
Exactly,
Like
it's way more
immersive.
authentic. Yes, and so
You
for
need to
me,
do like film essay things. You're very well spoken at it.
thank you, I appreciate it. I mean, I
You
would
should do
I would
that.
hope after going to film
Like in
school that
addition
I'd
to
know
this,
something.
like this is really interesting. Like seriously, I think you would
Maybe
be have a good time doing
maybe I'll
it.
do some of that for Thornberry Thursdays.
Go
then.
for
Yeah. Yeah, not like you care.
It's your day.
Yeah, I know, fair enough. But yes,
I already get 2 days.
Yeah, fair. But yeah, that's just kind of my take on it. I'm curious though when you said that you really like the overly stylized stuff. Like, what's a good example of a film to you that you really enjoy that you would consider kind of like on the more stylized end?
Yeah, sure. So one of my favorite directors is I'm sure like you're familiar with Quentin Tarantino. I feel like
Yes.
everybody already like I feel like he's everybody's like one they say. But I
Mm.
also really like I don't know if you say her name Coppola or Coppola. I always like I don't know which way to say it. But I really like her like kind of the use of like kind of like candy colors, but like how she'll apply like punk rock music to like a historical scene or I don't know like kind of to like show like contextualize like the age of the person or like how, like I don't know, you know what I mean? Like they make it like modern. Like I always felt like she made history like
Hmm.
interesting even if it wasn't accurate, like just still like interesting and stuff. And then also I really think that Rob Zombie's a very underrated
Hmm.
director. I love how he kind of like almost like creates this almost like he really harvests this like Americana, like gritty, but like still like fun, almost like a abandoned funhouse kind of thing. I really like Sharing Moon Zombie style. Like I like, it's his wife in real life who's the main actress of all of the movies. Love
Interesting. I didn't know that.
I think he's a really underrated director that I think as time goes on he's gonna like be remembered by future generations as like a really like good like I think he's like a Hitchcock of our era, which is like saying a lot. But I really think he's an underrated director.
I'm gonna have to watch more of his stuff because I think I've only seen one or
Yeah.
two of his films, but it's definitely. I mean,
It's honestly like even like the storylines are interesting and stuff, but like his characters, like I always felt like he has all these like characters like Baby Firefly and like all these like kind of like weird ones that I think are like I don't want to say like Harley Quinn isn't interesting, but I've always found like his characters like if you're like into like the Joker or stuff like that, like his characters have that like vibe that's just like a little like out there and just like but like fun and like kind of like playful and like I don't know how to explain it, like it's cool. I like
no,
that
I
kind
think
of
you
stuff.
explained it very well.
Like texture almost.
Yeah, texture and like maybe depth and things like that. Yeah, that makes sense.
Feel
Film
bad,
nerds.
Hayden, to like sitting here while we're like talking and
I
like,
mean, that's what he does
everything.
usually.
Yeah,
So
This
roles
is-
is just a bit reversed.
Yeah, this is a rare instance in which like whatever is being talked about is actually something relevant to something I'm knowledgeable on.
Yeah.
Because
Sure.
usually I'm the one sitting here like,
You little bitch.
I usually can't really contribute to the conversation because he's got like over a decade of research knowledge of, to it
Stuff.
on or whatever, and all of
Stuff.
this. Yeah, literally just stuff. And
I
meanwhile, I'm
watched
just
a really
like,
interesting movie the other day about someone has a butthole for a face, but it wasn't like a documentary thing. It's like a Spanish movie. It was really interesting.
the amount of things. So I'm currently writing a script right now. I'm working on getting it sold.
Oh, you're a
And-
screenwriter, right?
We'll see. I have a full
We're
time.
both trying.
Yeah, I have a full-time job working at a production company near me, which I love. I really enjoy my time there, and
Nice,
it's been really fun. But just as a something that I work on when I'm not in the hours of actually like working at my job.
Yeah.
I've always been a bit of a. I mean, before I even got interested in film, I was writing things, and it's always been a part of me. And I think even if the screenwriting thing didn't work out, I'd probably do books, and even if that wasn't like, I would write even if like 5 people read it, just because there's
You
too
enjoy
many
it.
stories. Exactly, I enjoy it a lot. There's too many stories that come into my
Your
head for
characters
me
will
to.
be mad at you if you don't give them a life.
He's big on
Exactly.
he's big on Twilight fan fiction.
Yes.
Yeah, I actually wrote 50 Shades of Grey, and it's
Yes.
and it's you know.
Did you? Oh my
subsequent-
gosh, what's her name? E.L. Jane. I feel like when I went to Claire's once to get like new earring studs or something, because they have like the nickel free ones, and they had a 50. I think they had like a 50 Shades of Grey thing there at like Claire's, and I was like, whoa, like Claire's like.
That is
Damn,
wild.
Claire's went
Alright.
off.
We should go to super chats though.
Yeah, good point.
Timing wise.
Yeah, what time is it?
Yeah. We're like we started a little late, but we're
Got
a
it.
little-
Okay,
a
cool.
little-
All right, yeah. So you want to do
Yeah.
the thing,
What's the thing?
like just letting people know. What
Oh yeah, so we're gonna go to super chats, and what that means is that if you have a burning question that you would like answered, we will answer every single super chat. And this policy got us in trouble when we had Mr. Ballin on, because there was a super chat that was rather uncouth, and our policy is to answer every super chat, and it didn't go great.
Within reason, we'll add that
yeah,
little caveat.
from now on,
there.
it's within reason.
Yeah.
But yeah, so if you have a burning question that you want to ask, send it in a super chat. We will answer it. If we get to the end of, we usually do a half hour for question time. So if we get
About
to
that,
9 p.m. and there's no super chats, we'll keep answering questions as we see them. But if you want to help us afford food and rent while also getting questions answered, we appreciate your chats.
Yeah, I just had to spend
Otherwise, he's
$1,500
gonna
this
sell pics of
weekend.
his calves. Or he might if you give a super chat for him.
That's a good point. Reward is my cash, but yeah, I just had to spend $1,500 at the mechanic this weekend, so I'm a little short on funds, so I could use the help, friends.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what happens when you get a new car and you have to go get inspected, and the brakes in the front are down to the nubs essentially, and you got to change the oil and get a new battery and all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
But
I
You're
do.
not broke. You're just like bohemian. You're like. Boho.
yeah, I like that idea.
I do really quickly want to address. I remember one of the super chats was from Will S. And he said that he is leaving for basic training.
Yep, and
tomorrow.
the bone thing. Yep.
So the bone thing, yeah. So I do want to say good luck to Will.
Yes. Yeah. Good luck.
That's
Thank
awesome.
you for your service. Thank you.
Yeah,
it's-
seriously.
And don't forget to have fun.
Yep. Yeah, I have a lot of friends and family in the military, and good luck. It's
Army basic training isn't too
Don't
bad.
say
It's-
it like that.
it's
Oh
not
my
the
God, you said it like good luck.
it's not.
Afraid.
It's just kind of like adult Boy Scout camp.
Yeah, it's not the basic. It's tough.
It's AIT.
He already knows
I
this. He's going.
I want him to go into it excited.
just
You'll get
do.
discounts forever too.
True, you will do this, but just
Yeah, and then you can buy a Camaro with a very high interest rate once you get out.
interest
And
rate's
they
not
let
that
you
bad
board the
actually.
flight first.
I wasn't talking about you.
Oh, fair enough.
Oh, look at me.
Wait,
I'm
Dobby,
being
what'd you
mad
say?
at
Sorry.
Camaro.
I was saying, it doesn't like United or one of the airlines always, I think, lets the military board before the first class rate.
That's kind
They
of them.
say that a lot.
Yeah, I think I don't know what
maybe it's just
airline it
certain
is.
airlines that do it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
We also,
Be like,
I
as
know
a
we also had a
courtesy,
super chat in
da-da-da-da.
here from. Yeah, we also had a super chat in here from Jive. Said sorry, but got a joke from work. Had to ask, what does girls say to guys with Big Johnson? And I tell guys in my next super chat after you read this. Jive, did you just decide that you weren't going to use punctuation for a few minutes?
I feel like a good policy for us to move forward with is like pre-reading the super chat before you say it aloud. Not that was
No,
that
but it's
bad. but-
authentic.
Yeah. Oh God.
Yeah, that's fair.
Wait, you
But
guys
you know.
really are like
Your
Sam
your
and
live
Dean.
is.
Okay,
buffering.
yeah. So wait, do we want to address the Sam and Dean thing?
You're buffering. Or,
That's fine, it
Are we
happens.
buffering for everybody?
No, it's just me. Hang on, wait, let me turn off
Sure it's
Wi-Fi.
just you?
I guarantee it's just me.
I hope it's just you.
Yep, I turned off my Wi-Fi. Yeah, do we want to address the whole Sam and Dean thing?
What do you mean?
Just the fact that, like, Dobby's saying we're like Sam and Dean, and
You
that's
guys
not the
aren't
first
Sam
time
and
it's come
Dean. I
up.
didn't say you're like
That-
them,
that is the-
literally.
That is not the first time we've heard that.
Yeah.
It's kind of shifted as to who was more who, I think.
Yeah.
Now that I'm doing all the research shit.
Yeah.
You should do a cosplay.
I'm also taller.
Yeah. You really are kind of the...
I've become the Sam.
Yeah.
Who would win in a fight?
Probably this guy. I have not worked out since April, and he played rugby. So, like,
That's so British. That's cool.
yeah.
There was also
I
the
don't know
boxing
if
and
everybody
Nazi
wants to
incident.
play
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, this guy boxed a Nazi
That was fun.
and won.
Chat's heard this story a bunch of times now.
What's that?
Chat's heard this story a bunch of times now.
That's true.
I
Yeah,
got
we don't...
punched in the face at McDonald's.
Huh?
One high school.
What?
I got knocked out, but I got like a permanent expensive one, like one of those like big, like the permanent ones here.
Why did you? What
I'm
happened?
lucky too.
What happened?
Because it was a long story. I'm literally totally fine. Like when I say that, it sounds like some like sad like thing happened, and like no, I was out with my friends, and then long story short, I got punched in the face by McDonald's, and McDonald's by like this huge dude was like 6'4", and my friend told me I did a fucking full 360 spin, and I just fucking fell, and then like I feel like it's my one cool claim to fame from like my high school like years. Like I'm known as the girl that got punched in the face at McDonald's.
I'm glad that you took that in a positive way.
In the face at McDonald's. Are you kidding me? Like honestly, hands down, like the coolest thing that's ever happened to me. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like I'm like a fucking punch. Like that's such a cool story to get to say now.
That's
like it was
awesome.
so random by like just some random dude. Like I didn't like know him or anything. Just like some random guy.
That is insane.
And he just like ran off.
To address your comment of like we are similar to Sam and Dean though, like it's bad at this point. Not only are we doing this whole like supernatural thing, no pun intended on that. I'll say this paranormal thing. Well, so
We don't have those.
So here's the problem. So he introduced me to supernatural in high school, and it may or may not have heavily influenced not only like our wardrobe for sure, but so at this point you are like the Sam because you're taller, you're doing the research, all these different things. I am like Dean because I have a shit diet. I just got a black muscle car and I've got the leather jacket. So yeah, we plan to, when we do like destination trips, we'll most likely take my car. We'll video everything. And
He says that, but I'm not sure I trust his car.
Why?
I don't know. We'll see. Well, if it's reliable over the next few months.
It's been fine.
It's been a week.
It has been a month.
Has it really?
Roughly, yeah.
Is time really passing that
I know,
fast?
it's weird. It's way too weird. But yeah, so it's a little bit almost too close to home to say that because it's a little scarily true. And not that I'm against it, like I enjoy it. And I'm also very much looking forward to the weather like actually getting a bit cooler because I miss if there's one addiction I have, it's jackets. And I haven't been able to wear them since like March.
Well, that and furry porn.
Oh, well, yeah, but that goes without saying.
Oh my gosh, I hope your mom's on the chat still.
I'm sure she is.
Cute.
Mom, I hope... No, she understands that I have to roll with the jokes. Because we...
She gets it.
Yeah, no, I mean, our thing throughout the pandemic is we would just literally, like, curse each other out, but, like, laughingly so.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah. It was just, like, we'd be laughing the whole time because we knew neither of us actually meant it.
Not like in a bad
No.
way,
We're that healthy with each other
like
that we can
crying
do
for
that.
help.
No. We're that healthy with each other that we can literally just say like, "What's going on, asshole?" "Not much, bitch. How about you?" And it's just like we both know that neither of us mean it. So it was fun. She put it as like this is our way to get through the pandemic with just like relieving tension or whatever, and it was it was fun. It was fun. I mean,
That's nice.
yeah. But yes, so I'm very much looking forward to being able to wear jeans again and my flannels and my jackets. And it's been too long, and I'm a little bit impatient that it's the middle of October and it's still like 75 every day.
I just never stopped wearing pants.
Yeah, I don't know how you can do that because I would be sweating so badly, but
I'm just vibing.
are there?
You gotta show those cows.
There have not been super chats. There haven't even been chats.
I do.
Oh no! Don't show your foot.
Yeah, and you gotta charge for that, man.
The cab. I have to show the cat. Oh no! Please embarrass him. Who was embarrassing me?
Your mom.
Oh God! What has she been saying?
I don't know. I'm gonna pull up the stream just in case your phone's being wacky.
Yeah, you might as well. Anyway, yeah. So I haven't seen any questions, so I guess we can keep talking. Has there been anybody that you've been compared to, Dobby, that similarly to how we are like Sam and Dean?
Fetal alcohol Beldelphian, and
Oh, there have been super chats. There have been
my
super chats.
God,
Your phone is
which
just.
is such a compliment. That's such a compliment.
Your phone's just being dumb.
I'm glad you take that as a compliment, but like
Thank you.
I certainly.
My friends call me Ratatouille because I'm just like a little fucking rodent, like and just kind of scurrying around, like you know what I
Oh,
mean?
your mom sent us $50.
Oh, thank you.
Wait, I want to hear the
Later.
super chats. Go with the super. I want to hear the super chats.
Yeah, we will. So
Okay.
I will say, like, I don't see any fetal alcohol symptoms or like anything there on your face. So yeah, no, I did. But my point is like you don't even look like you do. Yeah.
Okay, alright.
No, it's okay. I think I
Okay.
like Stockholm syndrome with the chat, like with my own community. So like, if you,
I think that happens to all creators, to be honest with you. So don't feel too bad about that.
Okay. Alright, here we go.
Super chat time.
Yes, we've got one from 10ME10. She says, when is Glass of Water going to be asked? Glass, I'm sorry, I totally forgot to get back to you about that. We will plan that for probably do that this month.
Yeah, Dobby, for your context, Glass of Water is a consistent viewer and donator to our
Very kind.
Our
She
channel.
She is the Lore Lodge's sugar mommy.
She is.
Right
She's
on.
she's given
She's
us.
like your sugar mama.
Exactly,
yeah.
yeah.
Very much so. So we're very grateful to have her around, even just for the interesting comments that
She also
leaves.
writes some cosmic horror pieces that she just chooses to
Hit
send
me
in the
up.
chat.
Send them
Yep.
to me.
It's terrifying.
I'll read them.
But yes,
You should.
definitely soon. I will get back to you on Discord tonight or tomorrow. Islong says, I have no questions, but here's some money, you stinky men. I mean, I smell good. And why do I smell good? Because I wear Duke Cannon.
Well done. They'd be proud.
And if you go to the link in our bio, in our description, you can find
Do you guys know Maddie
our Duke Cannon
Maserati?
link.
I do not.
No.
Who's that?
Wait, you guys, Alden, he's really nice. And I feel like you guys would love him. He has a demon in his house, like a literal demon. It like breaks the drywall on his ceiling and like over his carpet and stuff.
Oh.
Sounds like we have work to do.
Yeah.
He lives in Jersey. I think like that's where like he's like.
It
lives
sounds
cheetah
like
carpet.
we have work to do.
Yeah, I know. Hang, I'm reading chats, man.
People make
She's
fun of his cheetah carpet, but I think
Yeah.
it's cool.
That's fantastic.
Talia Carrillo says that I am Dean and you are Sam.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Okay. Jive says, sorry, but got a joke from work and had to ask, what does girls say to guys? Jive! What do girls say to guys? Not what does.
Proofread your super chats, please.
What do girls say to guys with big Johnsons? I don't know. What do they say? Alright, Ali P says Aiden Mattis went exploring on his own, which he always says not to do. Definitely Dean vibes.
When did you go? I was the one who said you were the one.
Because I went down to Cosart Road, the Devil's Road,
Got
in
it.
Chadsford.
Let's be fair.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I was vibing. I was just out and about. I was
When
like, you
we
know
were
what,
gonna
I'll just drive.
when we were gonna go up to the Catskills for the potential Wendigo, you did not want to go outside, and I was very adamant we had to go outside if we went there.
Yeah, because you were going to get us killed.
No, we were gonna
Maybe
kill it.
The cats killed Aiden.
We were gonna kill it.
Oh my god.
It's fun.
10ME10 says, Aiden Thornberry, don't forget to call your mother. She's delightful and wonderful, and you need to call her more.
I was just at the house last weekend.
He literally just moved out.
I appreciate the thought, but like I'm going over there tomorrow night. I was there this weekend. Like I'm making sure I'm caring enough.
Your mom said, oh, we're sharing that now in response to you talking about the cursing thing.
Well, apparently you've been sharing other embarrassing things about me, so let's call it even then.
Islong says, Aiden Mattis, how dare you use my chat as a brand plug? Well, the thing is, I only plug brands that I genuinely believe in their product, which
Yeah,
is
Duke
why
Cannon
I'm about
is
to
solid.
plug another one.
Oh God.
So, see my phone?
Oh right. Yeah.
Is this in the shot? Is this in the frame?
Yeah.
Okay, so I got a case sent to me from Gravity, and basically you just press your phone against the wall and it sticks.
And that's not metallic or anything like that.
No, it's just the material on the back, and it's not adhesive or anything. It's just very high friction fibers, and it will stick to pretty much anything. So
kind of wild.
there is.
That's really cool.
I haven't
Right.
put the link up yet in my bio or in my my card,
Mm.
but that link will go up this week.
Cool.
So if you're interested in getting one of these cases, I'm going to put a video on TikTok where I talk about it and all that. But also, there will be a link and a coupon code and all that, so you can get 15% off. And then you also help to support the lodge, because money that we make off of this will go towards probably the new studio.
Yep.
Which, by the way, we are moving into in less than a month.
Yes. Also, just as a little like side note, so one of Aiden's guitars he hasn't used since when? Since when?
What?
One of your guitars you haven't used since when?
What do you mean?
The Reckless one.
I don't know when last time I used that was.
Exactly. So he hasn't used it for quite a while because it's not a great guitar. And so one of my hobbies is that I like building guitars. Beyond just playing them, I enjoy building them. I think it's really
does that.
interesting.
He refurbishes vintage Fender stuff. Like
Oh no way, that's sick. Oh, you might need to introduce me because that's really cool. Yeah.
That's so funny. That's so like specific.
Yeah. But so I've built mine and rebuilt it a couple. There was one of them that was a kit guitar that I built in high school for a class, and then I upgraded it like a couple times. So one of the things I'm going to do on Thornberry Thursdays is I'm going to take his old guitar that he never plays because it's not that great, and I'm going to get some parts and I'm going to upgrade it. I'm going to put it in another pickup because it's only got one right now for some reason, and we're going to go through a whole thing on that. So upcoming Thornberry Thursdays, that you guys on Patreon and donations and things like that will be able to help me afford buying the parts to make him a new guitar. What?
Cool.
That's what you're going to use the money for, sure.
It is.
All right. Well, Jive. So remember how his original chat was what do girls say to guys with big Johnsons?
Yeah.
We said we didn't know.
Yeah.
That was the joke. He got us. He got us good.
Hook, line, sinker.
Yeah, you got us almost as good as Candace.
Well done. Well done. Don't.
You didn't fall for it. That's no fun. All right. Good one, Jive. And Talia Carrillo says, I just want the Aidens to know that I can look forward to this stream and it makes my day. That is so sweet. Thank you.
That's
Why?
So nice.
I appreciate it, but
why? I love how
Yeah,
they call you the Aiden.
We
Yeah,
are
it's
the
fun.
Aidens at this
So
point.
sweet.
Yeah, it's fun.
Iz says, I gotta do some work, but hey, I love you. I'll see you next week.
Who?
Islam.
Oh, got it. See you.
Glass of Water says, I have found old gods here. I have found followers here. I have been summoned by my own kin. Well, Glass is back.
Yep. She's back in full force.
In full form, as usual.
She really does like talking about the old gods versus the new.
She really does.
Yeah.
Talia Krill says, I'm a follower of Glass of Water.
I mean, yeah, at this point, like, there is just a cosmic aura around her. Like, we genuinely are concerned, not even concerned, but just curious about what type of, like, ethereal being she is, because she's definitely not human at this point.
Yeah.
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 There are currently no more super chats, but I have a question.
For
Dobby.
good.
What's up?
You have a very prominent style choice to
What do you mean?
just in terms of like there's a lot of pink and tall socks and like what I'm just curious what that where that comes from. Is that something you did is that something you did before you were doing Twitch streaming and everything? That's just how you dress?
Yeah.
So it's not
it's not to what?
Like it's not playing into any like e-girl stuff. It's just like
Oh yeah, no, I consider myself like kind of like an e-girl, but
Okay.
like I just like the style, like I just like the fashion, like the style, like it seems cute.
yeah, I always wondered if that was a thing before the internet and and it was just one of those things that the internet kind of like connected all the people with an interest.
Yeah.
Well, I
And
mean,
then you
it's
get
done
a
that
lot
for
of
almost
people-
every
yeah.
community, though.
Like furries.
I had pink hair since like if you're asking about my hair, I have
Yeah.
pink hair since 2014, I think, and then I just kind of like I wear a lot of like big hoodies and just like socks.
Yeah.
I just, like,
Well, that
dress
just sounds
up
comfortable, yeah.
Yeah,
it's
I don't
kinda,
blame
like,
you.
It's just like cozy, honestly.
I would
Yeah,
wear
why not?
big hoodies all the time if I could.
Yeah.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah, that would be comfy.
It would be comfy, but you would want to look like more.
I'm often quite warm. That's also a problem.
Yeah.
I'm a
Yet
very
you're
warm
wearing
person.
long
It's
pants.
so funny,
in this-
you know, it's interesting because people always are like, I love your style and stuff, and it's like, I'm so like flattered and stuff because like, I don't want to be like, oh, like I don't try, because like obviously I like put on to like clothes and stuff, but like I really like just dress like I don't
How
know
you want
like,
to.
how. I think it's because I just like just how I want to. I guess it would feel weird if I wore like, I don't know, like a business like like blouse
Fair.
or something. I'd feel like kind of weird, like I don't know, you know.
I
I
want
dress how I want to, and now I fit in an emo night.
I'm
I'm
Kinda just
24
try
years
to go
old.
for like a Gorilla's character. Look,
Gorilla's
like,
character, I
emo or
love that.
That's sick. I want
You know,
more
that's what
excuses
I've
to wear
always done.
suits.
Like
You
I
don't
don't.
have a very like vintage. I feel like that sounds like old. Like when I say vintage look, but like that's not what I mean. You have a very like a old timey. I feel like you've gotten told this before. You have a very like old timey like movie star like look. Like
Thank
you're
you, I
someone I
appreciate
feel
that.
like that would be like I could see you being like he's gonna be in the pictures. Like you know what I mean? Like he's gonna be on the big screen, like the film screen. Like
That's the
you know
best
what I mean?
description
Like,
of that I've ever heard.
and I
Thank
feel
you.
Kids,
for
you're
that.
going places.
Like tying someone to the train tracks and just be like running off or something. Like you know what I mean? Just being like get out of here.
And we're
You're
back
gonna be
to
a
the
star.
trains.
You're gonna be a hero.
You're gonna make it
Yeah,
big, kid.
exactly. Yeah, like with like the transatlantic or what.
You want to make your mama proud?
We now have to make a noir short film. It just has to happen now. So anybody who has interest in being in that as an actor or actress or whatnot,
Yeah.
feel free. Because I think that would be hilarious if we just made it essentially just a parody. But thank you for that. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I've
No,
been.
I'm serious. Like you're really a big deal. Like it's kind of spooky. Like I hope you're not a ghost. Like the olden
That would
days. Who's
that
just,
would be
like,
an
hiding, and
interesting
you're, like,
twist.
it's like he's not even real, and like it's like Aiden's like he's just like, and then like it's like you like think he's a person, but he's just like a ghost who lives
It's
in
like
your parents'
Fight Club.
basement. And that's why
Hey.
you've known him since high school.
Works
But
for
like
me.
because he's like lives in your parents' basement.
Speaking of the olden days, from 10M810 we have I have joined the ranks of the old gods, holder of forgotten spells. Oh god, there's more of
They're
them.
growing.
There's
oh
more of them.
boy, they're multiplying.
Um,
Yeah, just to go back to that. Yeah, I've been told many times that I'm I appear. I seem to be an old soul. So I
Yeah,
enjoy
you
that
have
because I
old
like
soul
that.
energy, but like in a good way, like in a nice, not like.
Oh no, I like it. I like being old soul energy or old soul style. It's fun.
My mom sent a super chat. Your mom sent $49.99. My
Yeah.
mom sent $50. So my mom's better than your
That's
mom.
so nice.
Uh,
That's really nice.
I
And
like.
she said, "Hi guys."
I love the war that has currently just been declared. Essentially.
My dad could beat up your dad.
Yeah, well, my dad could beat up his dad.
Yeah, well, my mom's financially more supportive than your mom.
Well, yeah, I gotta come back on that one.
By 1 cent.
By 1 cent. Watch. There'll be a $50 and 1 cent one, and it'll just slowly start increasing.
Okay, so and then everyone in chat says hi, other Aiden's mom. And then Talia goes, "I like how we refer to other Aiden as other Aiden."
Which one is?
It's like each of you think
I-
that the other one is
yeah.
like the other
Well,
Aiden, but
y-
you're both.
Yeah.
I've always been. We usually, when we hang out with people, it's usually friends that I was friends with first. So
Yeah.
he's usually been other
Other
So
Aiden.
you're main
or
Aiden,
Aiden
is that what
2.
you're telling him?
I've
You're
been
the main
Aiden Prime. You know,
Aiden
and
Prime.
he's been Aiden
Well,
SE.
at one point
Yeah.
in high school, I was Aiden Plus.
Yeah.
But for some reason, we get compared to
Aiden
iPhones
Plus,
frequently.
That's so sad.
I don't know. I enjoyed it. I think it's fun. I mean, it's
Yeah.
Aiden 1.1 or 1.2 or whatever you want to call it.
Okay. Jive Money 7 asks, would a Wendigo go after a fat person or a skinny person? Like the fat person has more food, but would seem to be harder to get them over the skinny. Wait, but would seem to be harder to get them over the skinny one. Like which one would be killed? I think if you gave it a choice between the two, I think it would probably go for the fat one.
Probably.
Like if it were a zero-sum game, but I
Yeah.
also think if you're in a Wendigo situation, it's probably going to go after both of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that was my thought was.
I mean, also, like, there's, in some versions of the Wendigo legend, there's the idea that they grow in proportion to their last meal. So you could get Wendigos that are very big. So if you had
Big
if you had
boy.
Wendigos eating fat people, you would, you'd have quite the problem on your hands.
Stop seeing it. Keep seeing the word.
Okay, oh my god, this thing again. Okay, so
Oh boy, here we go.
The whole, if you say the word Wendigo, it'll summon one thing. This one does get me because I feel it's empirically untrue.
Mm-hmm.
And
We'll explain why.
and I try to look at all of this stuff from
Like,
an
he's
academic
just gone
perspective, you
tomorrow,
know?
You guys, it's like
So-
he's just gone. Like he's just next
Right.
week. Like there's just nobody.
Yeah,
there.
so I have said the word Wendigo so many times.
Yeah, probably in the thousands. Since
And
June.
I'm
So have I,
still
though. I had
and
to
I'm
voice
still
act
here.
myself, but-
Yeah, and I'm still here. And I've been out in the woods since. So
but didn't you say it was initially like the whole idea behind it was like it's not that word, it's whatever the Native American.
Well, that's
word
with
is.
skinwalkers specifically. Okay. So with Wendigo is not is the anglicized version of the Algonquin term, which is a trigger warning. Okay, fine, I won't.
No,
but
it's no, but I didn't tell you to say
yeah,
it.
it's Witiko. Generally, it's something more like that than Wendigo. Yeah. And in some Algonquin languages, it was closer to Wendigo, but it's not necessarily the same exact word. But the thing is, it's been said so many times by so many people who have not gone missing. I feel like if anybody were going to be attracting one, it would be me.
But you know where people have gone missing?
Gosh, you're gonna get...
Yes, the national parks.
Oh my God,
where
I'm so
there's
worried
caves.
for you.
Yeah,
I'm
where
so
there's
sorry.
caves. But
He'll be all right.
I know. But so this is one of those things where, like, I think when
Don't
there's something...
tempt me.
When there's something that is you can have empirical evidence for and you can actually test,
Right.
which you could say the word a whole bunch of times, and if nothing happens to you, then the evidence would suggest that it doesn't draw it towards you.
Or the ones that did are just gone.
There's also that possibility, but we don't have much.
Yeah.
There's no way to prove that one empirically, so it's
You're not superstitious at all?
I am just not about that. If there's data to back it up.
You're very selectively superstitious.
Well, if you look at what I'm superstitious about, it's very often. That's true.
Oh my gosh!
But no, it's when there's something that has empirical evidence or data behind it, I'll look at it objectively and be like, okay, well, if that part's not true, it doesn't necessarily negate the rest of it. It just negates that aspect.
Yeah, that's fair.
So that's the way I look at it.
Also, thanks for giving us our new band name.
Selectively superstitious.
I think that that would look good on a set of drums.
Oh boy. Okay, we got more water. There is no spark left in my lighter. The woman who speaks now shall come to find the other in the woods.
Moving on.
I don't know what that means.
Right.
Wouldn't it just go for both, Talia? Yeah, probably. Commander Canada says he doesn't have any money because he spent it all on tank shells, but he is an old god.
Sorry. Where's the tank?
Is this an Abrams gang thing?
It might be. Wow, that's really going back there. Abrams gang forever. For those who get it, you get it.
Bigfoot Anon says, "What's up, everyone? Huge fan of the great info. Aiden, please alert the masses of the Okizi Pond Wildman." I'm going to have to look into that one for TikTok. The one captured in the 1800s. Yeah, and his next comment is, DobbyCryptids, what's up? Crazy timing. So this seems to have been a coincidence.
Anonymous. I don't want to brag and say I know everyone in the Bigfoot community. But, I know a lot of people in the Bigfoot community, and yes, I love Bigfoot Anon. He posts awesome videos.
It's not a brag. It's
That's
just
not a brag. That's
it's
just
true.
cool.
Yeah.
That and Squatch Me Now are both really, and Crypto University is really good. Really good. They're really consistent too. They post really good stuff, and they post like original stuff too. It's not like the same, like click, like repost it.
That's good.
Sweet.
That's what you like to see. Jive Money 7 says Wendigo is better than person. Person with blue snow shovel is better than Wendigo.
Person with person with a blue snow shovel will conquer all.
You know what's funny?
Have we put that on a shirt yet?
As a result of me and Chad having that video and like him making the video, which was hilarious.
Yeah.
And then me blasting it on TikTok for the duet thing, and then us doing another video where I actually met up with him and everything. Like, the blue snow shovel thing has kind of entered the Wendigo lore.
I love it.
And I see people who I don't recognize bringing it up, and I'm like, this is phenomenal. This is amazing.
Too good. All right,
let's see, we've got...
we should probably, wrap this up relatively soon since it's almost 9.
So,
also, just so you guys know, because people seemed to like the music last time, we're not going to do it on YouTube because YouTube doesn't like us when we do that.
Yeah.
So we're going to switch over to Twitch for a little while.
I mean, just to be open about what happened.
Yeah.
What happened was the audio changes considerably depending on how close I am to the it's much more echoey back. This is this makes complete sense actually now that I think about it. Oh my god, my voice sounds so silky smooth.
Why don't we? Should we? Let's.
Oh my god, I'm loud.
So the problem with us doing music on YouTube was that it got copyright claimed,
Yes.
Which means that we got close enough to the original melody that they actually felt that it was
Well,
theirs.
they did
This
recognize
is kind of some ASMR right
a little bit. Yeah, they did recognize that they were. Please no, please. I can't even hear it. It's making me upset. Anyway, they did classify it as covers, so they recognized that they were covers. Well, no, one of them.
No, they didn't
one of
recognize. One of them just said it was the melody.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was All Time Low, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, All Time Low. If you're watching this,
He's a big fan.
yeah.
I'm a fan.
I remembered Sunday, and it got me a copyright strike.
I learned Sunday while he remembered it, and it got us both a copyright. I was pretty entertained by the fact that I just learned that song as you were playing it, and it was fun. But yeah, I've got my guitar here today. He's got his. So
Poor Aiden's there, almost outnumbered by the old gods.
well, yeah, there are two. Well, wait, no. Who said?
Your boy Stu says Chad going for the window seat.
Oh God, not again.
There's people just commenting window seat.
I don't know if that's better or worse than the milk chain.
We got to get the Wendigo Milkman shirt up, and then we got to
Yes.
get the sexy Wendigo shirt up.
Oh God, well that's all on Norman, isn't it?
Yeah, Norman's got to get us the sexy Wendigo drawing done.
Yep. Oh my God, that is ridiculous. All right, let's.
Yeah, I think that's got to be.
Yeah, because we don't want to take up too much of your time. We
We
appreciate.
just got another one from Jive Money.
Thank you so much for having me on. I was gonna go play New World, so.
Jive Money.
Oh, yeah,
just
that
one
sounds
last
awesome.
super chat. Jive
Yeah.
Money says, "Milkmaster, can you tell us your best joke?"
Stop it. No, he's not allowed. Rewind. That's all you. No, we're not doing this again. Anyway.
All right, but yes, Dobby, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you so
Yes.
much
It's
for
been a
having
great
me
time.
on. Chat was awesome. Thank you. I hope you guys have a good night.
You as well.
Thank you as well.
Have a great
See
night.
ya.
See ya.
Good luck with your stream.
Bye.
What is going on now?
It's probably just looking regular on the thing or whatever. But anyway.
Probably, but like.
So yeah, thank you guys all for coming. Hope you enjoyed the interview. Hope you enjoyed us doing our best to be good hosts, except for somebody with their jokes. It was like 30 minutes, dude.
It was funny though.
God.
It
Anyway,
was funny for me.
that's not the point of a joke. It's for the audience, not you.
I thought the point of jokes was to make the comedians laugh.
Oh God. Anyway,
Wait,
so
did we skip yours? Oh, she says Commander Canada has reclaimed their place as an old god, that of war.
that is fitting.
Okay,
That's
we're getting
fitting.
dangerously close to Aiden and I being like the prophets of some cult.
Oh, I'm in. Let's go. I'm ready.
I can hear Christian through the.
Can you?
monitoring,
That's
yeah.
funny. All right, yeah. So we're gonna wrap it up here, but we're gonna hop on Twitch for a little bit, play some music. You guys can make requests. We'll do our best to play them. We don't.
Are we doing that?
Yeah,
Oh, good lord.
like 20 to 30 minutes. Just because then we got to record tomorrow's video because we initially did it, but there was some weird stuff with the files, so we can't do that for too
Can't do
long.
that. Oh my god.
But anyway,
And we're recording tomorrow's video tonight.
well, I got to go edit it
Who
after this too.
disliked the podcast? Who did that? Rude.
Anyway, thank you guys for coming. I would assume if you're here, you know our socials, but he's the Aiden Mattis on TikTok and everything that's
I am
relevant
the
to
Aiden Mattis.
all of that fun stuff. I'm Director Aiden on anything that's relevant. Hope you enjoyed it. We do this every Monday night. We post Tuesday, Wednesday, soon to be Thursday, Friday. So not Friday, Saturday. There's a whole new schedule. It's
It's gonna be Monday night is the podcast.
Yep.
Tuesday is history. Wednesday is fictional story time. Thursday is Thornberry Thursdays. Friday is
kind of a
true story time.
yeah, generally.
And Saturday is lore. So we're looking at
Yes.
if we can keep ourselves consistent, which
Yep.
is hard. But if we can keep ourselves consistent, then we're looking at 6 days a week of
Yes.
content, which is bonkers.
Yeah, we haven't been able to do that a lot recently because life's been pretty hectic,
Yeah,
but we're
he
trying to
was-
get back into the roll of it.
You were moving and starting the new job. and,
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with me. I'm going to be moving and
Well,
starting the new job.
you were a job hunt student for a while. Like, there's a lot of stuff going on in his life. But yeah, and so the Fridays will be like a lot of that's subscriber submitted stories to the email. It's pretty backed up. I haven't gotten a chance to get through all of it. I have begun. There's like 150 some of them, so it's going to take some time for me to get through them. So if you have sent one and you haven't gotten a response yet, I apologize, but you will get one as soon as possible. Nonetheless, thank you for joining this evening, and we're going to hop over to Twitch for a little bit.
I'm so tired.
I know. I mean, it'll be fun. It's just a few songs because people wanted it or whatever. But yeah, feel free to come check us out there, and we will.
We should call it the
Talk to you
Lear
soon.
Lodge.
The Lear Lodge?
The Lyre Lodge, like Lyre,
Why?
because lyre is an instrument.
Oh my god! Come join us for the Lyre Lodge.
All right.
You wanna?
All right. Whew. Thank you for stopping by, everybody. We'll be here again this time next week. I guess we're going on Twitch, which is the same. It's twitch.com/theaidenmattis or switch.tv/theaidenmattis.
That's not out of tune. It's just in sync. Oh god, we got demonetized. Sorry.
Oh God, no! I think that was Thunder by Boys Like Girls.
But anyway, yeah. So he's got his guitar. I got mine. We're gonna have a little fun, and then we got to shoot a video, and then I got to home and edit the video, and then I need to sleep.
The likelihood that we manage to shoot that video tonight is getting lower and lower by the minute.
Yeah.
So,
if it doesn't happen, don't be mad at us. But enjoy some of the music in the meantime.
well, didn't we do 2 history?
Did we? No, we only did the two. We only did the 2 videos in total because you were like,
Tomorrow I finish work at 2.
"You gonna make me come all the way out here again tomorrow?"
Well, I could just shoot them myself on the GoPro. It won't be as nice, but
All right, yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll do the music and then we'll figure that out. We're still like,
I know. Is this even really a show anymore?
I don't know.
What are we even doing?
That's up to you guys to decide. I don't even know how many viewers we have.
Oh my, I don't know. All right, thank you guys. See you again next week. Have a good night.
We're still on. That was just this week.
I know. I'm working on it.